This is a certified hood classic.
These bitches are hating on swag. 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 Shout out, yeah. 40-ounce ring, 24 karat gold. I could buy a bitch a world if she fit the mold. I'ma make a bitch dance like she on a pole. Bitch asking for a chance, but she sold her soul. Doubling cups, all the ones that I trust, I won't ever go switch, yeah, it's never enough. I go back and forth with the thoughts on my head, think about shit that I said, yeah, I can't even trust. I got blood on my hands, I got blood on my pants, I got bitches that kiss me and get in my pants just to get in a band off the rip like a band-aid. Work that I had paid, something I can't say. Bitches be tripping, they act like a matinee. In the kitchen, cooking up like a pantry. Think it's sweet, I ain't talking about candy. Fuck a bitch, yeah, I think her name Tammy. Bad bitch, yeah, she gave me a handy. How I'm doing, yeah, I told that bitch dandy. Fuck on the beach, dick getting sandy. Fuck a bitch in the back of a Camry. Holla, I'm way too high. Holla, I'm up in the sky. Holla, this bitch telling lies. Yo bitch in my eyes, I make her ass cry. I'm fucking this bitch and I don't need to try. Down on my knees, baby, please, yeah, the weight of the world, yeah, it's too much on me. Just to be a man, I'll admit I was wrong, and I'll work on the stress that be hanging on me. I've been yelling for days, baby, answer my pleas. Texting my ex, I've been spreading my seed. To other gardens, I've been guarding my mind like a castle, just come save me, please. Stressing all night, yeah, the dead on my mind, it ain't nothing compared to the guilt that's inside. I've been led astray, I feel compromised. The bed that I laid is layered in lies. I'm praying for better days just to come this way, cause I need to be cleansed.
Gang.
It's not Sunday anymore.
Wait, for you guys. For me, every day is a Sunday.
I get that. I understand. Welcome back. We're returning on a Monday afternoon because yesterday, while we were in the middle of reviewing music, the stream said, you know what? No, you're not. You're done here.
It's a big bummer. But we did manage to pivot by going right into our theater room of the Discord. A bunch of people joined us. We had laughs. We had music. We had enjoyment for all.
Yeah, it was great. Heard a couple of new people to the community. Both super awesome. One was a rock band and another was a very detailed rapping bellboy, of which we have another song from him to listen to today.
Yes, we do. And I was like, this would be perfect to combine with a comic book. He's like, yeah, idiot, duh. Like, I already thought of that 1,000 years before you. Be on the lookout.
He's smarter than us. That's basically what he said.
He did. He pushed his glasses up to the bridge of his nose and said, fuck you.
Bird, I know you're not into anime, but every good anime has a character with glasses in it, and you know it's game time when they do the little glasses nudge right there. You're like, oh, that's the guy right there. He did the nudge.
It's about to get real. Yeah.
Shit's going down. All right. Well, we're here to finish off what we didn't get to yesterday. So
we're gonna finish off our community.
Finish him. Mortal Kombat. The winner of tonight gets to stand on top of a totem pole with everybody else's severed heads.
That's right.
Much like Goro used to
do. Yeah.
Rip the head off and then just hold it up by the hair.
There's no better visual to say, like, I conquered a thing.
Is there?
I think that's it.
Okay.
There is one of those things where it's like, okay, foot on the chest. That used to be like anime, cartoon, whatever. Like I conquered you, but like
Yeah.
severed head holding it doesn't get any better.
Yeah, I think that's pretty peak.
Yeah.
Partying with D-Bird is Unit's bucket list.
Oh,
How can Unit make that happen?
dude, come to Portland. Funny story. Somebody else from the community, Bad Bacterian, was doing a hike through the Pacific Coast Trail. Was like, hey, this is crazy. You want to meet up? I was like, fuck it. So that's what we did. Had some drinks, had some laughs, and he then proceeded to do a monumental task, which I could never imagine. So shout out Bad Bacterian, and yeah, Unit, come through, man. I don't know if I can sponsor your visa, but it might be $1,500 by the time you get a plane ticket. But here I am.
That'd be wild if you like get to like customs or whatever the fuck. It's customs, right? That does the visas. You
Yeah.
get to customs and they're like, "Why are you here?" And you just start rapping.
Well, I'm glad you asked.
just start busting in the middle of a verse, and they're like, "All right, stamp of approval. Go
Yep.
through.
Done.
Done." We need more of that here in America.
Honestly, I think people should be able to rap for citizenship. Like half of these people that like are natural born English speakers can't even rap, So if you can both speak English and rap, whew,
Oof.
that's
You're
it.
like top 20% of society, civilization, even.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we've got a bit. I don't know how much is in there because we added shit to people that were in the Discord with us. So we'll see what magical things happen as I skip through the queue. But doing our regular shindig, except on a Monday. Listening to tracks, give it a rating 1 through 10. Give our immediate thoughts and what have you. If at any given point you decide you are sick of listening to other people and you would rather us hear you, you can sub. If you're not a sub, you can tip, hit ! Tip, or there's some stuff scrolling down there at the bottom if you have Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, or you can gift a sub. So that's how you can get to the front of the line immediately, and we'll listen to that and give it a little bit extra attention. So if at any given moment you do tip and we've got a whole lot of going on, we're yapping our traps and we miss you, just let us know. Just call us out. Say, hey, you fucked up, and we'll circle back and we'll spin the block.
You can be mean about it too.
Yeah.
Hey, fucking idiots. Me, the guy with the money that paid you. Go.
Yeah.
Play me.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna hop to it. Also, at some point during the show, if you haven't heard, we have a documentary that's dropping tomorrow. The Last Mixtape.
Yeah, I guess that is. Anywhere where you find documentaries drop. Amazon, Apple TV, YouTube movies, wherever your little heart desires. You can see all of us interacting with each other to get a real taste of what it's like to party with D-Bird.
And what it's like to be live in front of my scrutiny.
What's up, Goom?
Goom.
In a minute.
Goom.
Cracking.
Yummy, yummy, yum.
Yeah.
Yummy, yummy, yum.
I know you.
Where you been at? We missed you, brother.
What are you doing?
Doing.
All right, we're fucking around. All right.
Music.
We're gonna listen to some stuff. I don't know how long this is going to take us, but probably in the next 30, 40 minutes, I'll shut down the queue and just let us coast through whatever is in there. If anybody new that has never seen us comes through, we'll try to be a little bit more gracious because I don't think we've ever streamed on a Monday doing this. So first time for everything, right? Fuck it. But yeah, sometime in the middle of the show, we'll drop the trailer if you haven't seen it, or just to be obnoxious, and then we'll keep it moving. First up in the list for tonight, Joe Boston, Magical Adventure, mixed by Catalyst. His submission for Square Up Round 6. The league has run its course. We are at the final stretch. Everybody dusting off the rust. Let's see.
Couple parts where the flow can be polished.
Just a couple.
Couple parts noticeable where the flow could be polished. Well, why
So
did you
there,
try to polish it?
there are some unnoticeable parts as well.
So here's what I'd say. Just in general to everyone, like it's almost too late because now like we're not doing the song league anymore. But next time we do a song league, and you're like, oh yeah, this is great. I'm excited. I know what I'm gonna write. I have my idea, my topic. You don't need to post second day. Like you have a full week to refine things. So that's where I get confused, where it's like the flow could be polished in a couple parts noticeably. Okay, well, why did you post on Wednesday? You had till Sunday. You know what I mean? How does that make sense?
Or if you notice it, fix it.
That's what I'm saying. You noticed it, fix it before posting.
Or you can let me and D Bird notice it live on our review show.
We'll see what happens.
All right, here's Joe Boston, Magical Adventure. What the fuck is this artwork?
Like Johnny Quest? What is that?
It's either Johnny Quest or, man, what was that fucking, was that GoldenEye where it had like the mission where you're like in hangars and you're like on skis? Was that GoldenEye?
Yeah, like the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. It also happened in True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger, which is dog shit. I heard it was like one of the best action films, like top 10. Whoever made that list had a lobotomy. This is one of the worst action films I've ever seen, with all of the worst 80s pretendums.
It's almost so bad it borderline is like parody film, but it's like it's an actual like Arnold Schwarzenegger acting his ass off for an action movie. And I'm like, if everybody like actually told jokes every now and then, this would be the Naked Gun like 5.0.
Exactly. You have like downtown New York skyscrapers with like an American jet that just like hovering and just shooting, and then his daughter's on the jet and she can like cling on to the side. It's just like, what are we doing here?
Just to further derail, like the intro of it, like he's like being chased through the woods by these Dobermans, and then like two of them come up and he grabs the dog's heads and he slams them together, and the dog's just, oh my, I'm done chasing you now that you slammed me into my brother's head. They just leave. Useless. All right. Anyway, here's Joe Boston's rendition of True Lies.
Strong start.
Last night was fucking crazy, man. You ain't even gonna believe what the fuck happened. Woke up this morning, couldn't even think. Through THC drinks, didn't even blink. Fondling her tits, kid playing with tiddlywinks. Turned on my neon light, she got in a fight with Leon Spinks. Eggs and sausage links threw up in both bathroom sinks. At the club, 2 chains, scar on my face like Cuban links. Knocked up by 2 bros at Fat Joe Chinchilla mix. After party swimming pool where everyone linked. Jumped in the cold water, now embarrassed that I shrink. Bagging dimes, trusting my instincts. VIP section with the coke like a fucking game of Jinx. Fishing pole dance, flying off the edge of the brink. Dumb high, eyes hurt when I wink. Pigs chasing me in a stolen rinky dink. Got a speeding ticket with the fucking smudge inked. Locked up at a cell, reciting songs from Pink. Last night was crazy. Smoking on that flower felt like I'm kicking up daisies. Last night was crazy. Smoking on that flower felt like I'm kicking up daisies. Fuck man, the sativa had me hyper. Put out the microphone, toddler screaming to change a dirty diaper. Guess it's time to play a little Street Fighter. Imagining if Chun-Li was next to me, I'd probably fucking bite her. Driving in the bike lane, screaming at the bikers. Mitsubishi, a clip full of hippies and hitchhikers. Wondering what motherfucker pocket on my lighters. Hide a weed expertise to roll my blunts tighter. Wrestling match or Roddy Piper. Got me in the sleeper, still put an all-nighter. Amsterdam diner, got higher and higher. Cloud 9, giving Pineapple Express to the fucking skydivers. Gave weed to Brittany Grimer. Found the wood behind the walls, just like a stud finder. All this time, kick back on the recliner. This my brain on drugs, I need a constant reminder. Last night was crazy. Smoking on this flower felt like I'm kicking up daisies. Last night was crazy. Smoking on this flower felt like I'm kicking up daisies.
Yeah. Oh, those days.
Excuse me, officer. Would you like to buy some marijuana?
I gotta go.
I'm thinking maybe $40.
Give me the bag. Hey, what's in your hands?
There's nothing in my hands.
What's in your hands?
Nothing, I
Open your
swear.
hands.
All right.
Oh, what are you, a comedian?
Actually, officer, I'm a magician.
Hey, Mr. Officer, caught me at the light. Take a hit of this before you take your life. Stop shooting at everyone you see in fucking sight. Smoke a little cess before you read me my rights. These hands are fucking clean, you already checked them twice. I find out who snitched. Turn these fucking rats into 3 blind mice. Reached in the glove compartment, pulled out a slice. Said before we do this, can we stop at Jersey Mike's? Sirens on joy, riding down a busy turnpike. Feed the edibles to his K9 spike. Put it live on Facebook, got over 100 likes. Woodstock, firing bottle rockets out of empty bottles of Sprite. Called Dusty to pull up, lost to an island police in a fight. Last night was magic, not sure what happened. I just tell you random shit when I'm high and I'm rapping. All this going on in the living room, sitting on my ass. Let me be honest, this weed was fucking trash.
I'm assuming there's nothing to hear in the last 20 seconds or so. That was Joe Boston, Magical Adventure. Magical Adventure. All right. So what did he ask us to do? Let me make sure.
Do we like the concept?
See if y'all enjoyed the overall concept. I don't know what the overall concept really was.
I'm high, so crazy things are happening. Or I rap about crazy things because I'm high.
I'll say this. Without D Bird summarizing it, it just sounded like a lot of random lines kind of thrown together, which I guess goes with the topic at hand. But I didn't feel like it really set me up for the magical adventure. It was just like a lot of punchline attempt, and it wasn't really a cohesive story to tell me it's an adventure. It was just like line after line of random events happening. I think that was the thing. I mean, you already said like noticeable parts where the flow can be polished. I feel like the wording is just escaping you in the delivery. Like it's just there's too many words or there's too little words, and it's just kind of like it's a struggle to keep on beat because you're adhering to what you have, and it's not. You might be adjusting. Let me say this: you might be adjusting the words slightly here and there, but you're not adjusting like how you're doing the timing on the metronome on the BPM, and I think that's where it kind of slips up. But yeah, as far as the concept, I mean, I guess it works now that I know what it is. I would have to give it a second listen to kind of really grasp some of it more. But outside of that, it just felt like a whole lot of randomized happenings, and I wasn't sure that they all necessarily connected. I think probably that second half after the beat switch connected a little bit more, but then there were still some kind of random call outs here and there that kind of threw me off topic wise. I would give this a 4.5 because I like the beat.
Fair enough. One thing I can't stand about the beat is the fucking chainsaw. Like, especially there's a section where it's like a minute of chainsaw, and it's like, was this an addition or was this a producer who hated rappers, who hated artists getting on his beat? Is like, let's see what they do with this shit.
It was a guy who was still reliving Eminem's first tour, and he's like, you know what would be classic? Some more chainsaw.
I did see Eminem in person once during the F1 races. 0 chainsaws. So
It's not how I remembered it.
I feel robbed. Chainsaw gotta go. Cutting my tree. Yeah, fair. Joe, I actually like the concept. I mean, it's a pretty common concept, I'd say, but I think this one is kind of fun. I like the approach you took. I don't mind kind of the randomness. It's like, oh yeah, we'll shout out Street Fighter and wrestling. You know, we're gonna talk about like video games and stuff as we're high, air quotes. The big issue I had with this was the flow. And that the one point where I had to stop and be like, Joe, was you have a chorus, right? The pushing up Daisy's part is off. So, you know, that's the most common repeating factor of this. And the most common repeating factor is off. And it's a horrible listening experience to be like, almost, damn it, fuck, too many words. And then, so the thing that kills me, Joe, is you have this section that's built for a chorus. You can hear it in the instrumental, right? You hear, oh, this is the section, you know, pushing up daisies. Last night was crazy, right? You don't put the chorus in the same place for the instrumental. When you tried it again, not only was it super off, but it was in some like empty section. You're like, don't you hear in the beat that's not where the chorus goes? So it's like, I think it just goes back to, we got to figure out how to help you count bars. Count bars. It's the second snare for the line, right? Boom, boom, tss, boom, boom, tss. That's one bar. Second snare, one bar. So usually, you know, obviously you should be able to tell in the beat, okay, this is the verse. Oh, they added something extra. This is the chorus. Cool. And then you know when to kind of start and end your verses, because it isn't that right now. I'd give this a 4 because there's a lot of tightening up that needs to happen, but I like the direction you're going. And for the record, if you get the timing down, your voice is fire. I think you're getting more comfortable in your voice.
Word. All right. Goom has subscribed. So we got Goom up next.
Goom. Could not subscribe via Twitch, so he went out of his way to subscribe on Amazon Prime. That's great. Shout out.
And it worked. I see. I mean, it didn't give us a little announcement, but I see on the little stream manager before when he was first chatting, it doesn't say subscriber, and now it does. So we got you, Goom. All right. He wants us to say nothing positive, nothing negative, just rate it out of 10.
Okay. Well, you don't know how this show works then. So I'm going to say what I feel.
Here's Happy Home.
Where we going? Well, we're going home. Whoa, where we going? Well, we're going home. What we're missing? Oh, we're missing something in our lives. We're gripping harder, ever harder, till our heads begin to spin. What we're seeing, human beings running round the earth and eating, laughing, dancing, maybe walking within the wind. And the wind you feel, I might feel, maybe I might see a big seal living out his life for how his instincts want to go. And hope to be free, live life gently, acknowledge that you're never empty, but sometimes you just need to go back home. Oh, where we going? Well, we're going home. Whoa, where we going? Well, we're going home. Who am I? Am I to see? But I'm behind these words you breathe, making sure I say these things with emotion and control. But what would I be? What would I bleed if everything just made me succeed? No challenge, oh, learning some more. I just wanna stop the thoughts thoughts of growing big and moving on, and save those for a mental state where I just know the goal. I just wanna sit and vibe, make my music feel alive. I just wanna chill in my home. Oh, 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 where we going? Well, we're going home. Whoa, oh, 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 where we going? Well, we're going home. Oh, 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 oh,
Close us
where
out.
we going? Well, we're going home.
Sing to me. That was Goom with Happy Home. Happy Home.
Are we really not gonna say anything? Just right out of 10? Is that really what you want?
Fuck it. Do whatever we want.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have lots of thoughts. If you just want a rating, I'd give it a 4. However, strong caveats there. I think that the beat itself is just lacking stronger percussion. Like the kick is just super absent of any low end at all. There's just no body to the production. And I feel like that takes some of the feeling out of it. And then also on top of that, your vocals are just super present in front of the beat. So it makes your flow feel a little bit more shaky than it is. And I think when you started off, it was shaky. But I think if it was kind of mixed where it kind of set more back into the beat and then the beat had more body to it, it would blend itself in a little bit more and it would feel more cohesive than where it's at. Right now, it feels like you just had like a tape recorder and you're like, hey, yo, hold on real quick. I need to sing this 2-minute and 20-second song before we head to Walmart. And that's just kind of what it feels like. It feels like an on-the-spot demo rather than like a fleshed out idea. And maybe that's
Walmart.
Yeah, it feels like a trip to Walmart. Like when I go to Walmart, this is how I feel. Like, oh, here we go, happy home. Walmart is. This is my home. Walmart is my place to be. If I'm not here, guess where I'm at? Walmart.
Says so much about you.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like it just feels like a rough cut demo, and I think those two tweaks would go a long ways to making it feel more like towards a finished product. I think if those two things were even somewhat present in here, I'd probably give it like a 6.5. It just without without there being a kick and with it just being like vocals just sitting out there, it feels like more of a okay, let me just throw this together. So I give it a 4, but it's like a very positive 4. I like the idea of it, I should say.
I like the idea of it as well. The execution wasn't quite there. I'll tell you kind of how I took it. The singing was catchy. I think that the mains, I agree with Dice. I think if your voice was a little bit further back in the beat and the mix, and then you had supporting layers, just even one more recording just the ending words, right? Like I think that would go so far as giving strength to the vocals. I like the melodies. I like kind of the goofiness of it. I hate the beat. I know, goom type beat. We've had this conversation before. This beat makes me sad. It is a cheeseburger from McDonald's, which has all the pickles and all the mustard, not a single slice of cheese. It's just so upsetting. Because I'm like, wait, I ordered a plain cheeseburger and you gave me just 2 pieces of bread with pickles and fucking mustard. Yeah, there's no percussion in it, and the tones just don't feel like they work together. So I hate the beat, but I like what you did with it, and the lyrics were fun. I like the writing. So I'm at a 4 as well for slightly different reasons, with a caveat as well of like a positive 4. Like you could make this a 6 or a 7 with a couple tweaks.
Yeah. Word. Shout out Goom. Thank you for the sub. All right. Fat Beanie was up next at the top, and I just so happened to notice that they had reposted their same track right above Goom, so I'm gonna play them next because they were actually next. This is called.
That's the one I saw when I was about to respond. I was like, I saw the parental advisory. I was like, did Goom say anything bad? Like, I thought that was his track at first. Like, did he say a single swear word?
Nobody has a happy home in America. Single parent households only. All right. Here's Fat Beanie, Phat. Pretty hot and tempting. I remember when that first hit the streets.
You're fat. No, it's a good thing. Yeah. Oh, what a whiplash.
Here's Careless.
I'm on fire.
I need money while I'm well hidden, just like Lester. Big white body show car, that's my Lancer. Don't worry about my big, I'm a winner. You just focus on your own shit, you a loser. How could you be so careless? 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 Let me tell you something, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a damn. I became my own man, I invented my own swag, I invented my own breath, I invented my own drive, I invented my own mind, yeah. Had a violent past, I'm a violent man, yeah. I should've fucking ran, I'd kill my father then. Take that back, I'm sorry fam, I just fall apart like sand. I'll just pop a fucking Zan, yeah. Chill me out again, yeah. That's a life I'll never live again, yeah. Muddy memories, I was born in the abyss, yeah. Not some edgy shit, it's just hard to reminisce, yeah. Kinda hard to admit, I was born from a wish, yeah. Fuck that ugly bitch. Tell me everything that I need to live in bliss. Tell me everything that I need to be the best. Tell you everything, get it out my heavy chest. How could you say all those damn things? Mama raised us better. But your enemies, they
Later,
want
Goom.
no worries. Do everything you need to gain some peace. Like, yeah. I make hella money, I'm like Lester. Big white body show car, that's my Lancer. Don't worry about my big bag, I'm a winner. You just focus on your own shit, you're a loser. How could you be so careless? How could you be so careless? How could you be so careless? How could you be so careless?
All right, that was Careless by Fat Beanie. I think there's potential with the singing. You can hit some notes. I think the verses left a lot to be desired just from a content perspective. And also the quality wasn't quite where I would have liked to hear it. It was a combination of just like maybe whatever effect that you put on, the tuning of the vocals, and it just kind of didn't resonate with me. But I think you had a solid delivery. It just like the content wasn't quite grasping me. But I can hear like probably a younger crowd liking this and enjoying this. So objectively, I will say that there's probably an audience for this. Subjectively, I feel like it could probably be a lot more polished and actually have value with more meaning behind what you're saying. I'll give it a 6, maybe like a 5.5, 6, objectively.
I'm gonna try to be as objective as possible here as well. There was parts I liked of the singing. I really didn't like when you were kind of moaning over the rapping. Like at the beginning where you're like trying to do rap, the singing layer is just clashing with it. Like you need to turn that down or just take it out. Like you don't need it in that section. In the chorus, when you are like, how could you be so careless? It works there, right? But not when the rapping's happening at that volume. The rapping was bad. Just objectively not a fan. I mean, you rhymed winner with loser, and I guess maybe that makes me a loser because I don't see how that rhymes at all. Just kind of real basic. But yeah, I mean, I'm not going to spend forever on the technicalities of this. It wasn't executed that well. I'd give it an objective 5 because I don't hate it. It's on beat for the most part, but not great. What's up, great baby?
What's
How
up?
we do?
All right, next up, Tokes. This is called Pass Me the Mary. We're live so
I
far.
get so high, I ain't never coming down. I feel so high that I'm never coming down. Pass me that Mary, you know she gets around. I get so high, I ain't never coming down.
What
I
up,
feel
Tom
so
Hero?
high that I'm never coming down. Pass me that Mary, you know she gets around. Nothing but the bomb, put it in my chest. Inhale the good shit, exhale the bullshit. Yeah, I'ma smoke it till I hit the cherry. Purple as a berry, concentrated like it was juice. Pass me that Mary, yeah, it's going down. And if I'm with the homies, she's getting passed around. Round and round they go. Easy they come, easy they go. You know how it goes, it's just another show. It's just another day for the fucking toques. Smoking hella weed, homie, catch me in my bloque. Indigo sativa, active or lazy. It don't faze me, work all day, stay blazed all night. Stay smoking up the good shit, the type of shit I like. I love smoking good flower, I don't fuck with shake. I love smoking good flower, I'm never on that shake. Smoking to the cherry, pass me the Mary, I'ma smoke it to the cherry. Pass me the Mary, I'ma smoke it to the cherry. Pass me the Mary, pass me the Mary. I get so high, I ain't never coming down. I feel so high that I'm never coming down. Pass me that Mary, you know she gets around. Hey, hey, hey. I get so high, I ain't never coming down. I feel so high that I'm never coming down. Pass me that Mary, you know she gets around. Hey, hey, hey. Pass me that Mary, you know it's going down. And if we're with the homies, she's getting passed around. Hey, 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 hey. Pass me that Mary, you know it's going down. And if we're with the homies, she's getting passed around. Hey, hey,
I think we found Tokes' audience. It's
Yeah,
great.
G baby. Yeah. I wasn't gonna say anything because I didn't want her to call me racist again, but every time she's on and we play a Toke song, she's like, I love this. I like
This is
this.
great. This is the best.
She's like, it makes me feel like home again. I know why.
Why? What does that mean?
They're both Latina.
Oh, okay. So it was a skin thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's a skin condition.
Uh,
No, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Tokes. I this is not up there on my favorite of your songs, for a couple of reasons. Like, A, I still am of the firm belief you should just save up and buy a better quality microphone, and B, not to be that guy, but how many times have we heard a weed song and I like to get high, pass me the Mary? Like, if you're gonna do a song like this, it's got to be like super standout, super unique, and super catchy. And this just wasn't any of those three things for me. So for that reason, I don't love it. I don't hate it. I'll give it a 5 if I'm kind of like spitballing where we're at with what we've heard so far. I put this in the middle of the pack. I'll give it a 5.
Ray stands. So yesterday we played tracks from basically whoever was in the Discord with us, but that was just because our Twitch stream crapped out and we couldn't record any of the on demand. Now it's working again, so we're going through all the lists that we didn't get a chance to get to yesterday.
Ray, you were fucking there. What are you asking us? What are we doing? You don't make me strangle you virtually.
Might as well replay it for those who weren't here or who have terrible memories. I get it. What? What? Can't hear you.
What'd you say, Johnny?
Ancient Ray stands. Stands of time. Anyways, Tokes. Yeah, I mean it's a weed song. Like, it's not very creative. I would say that the lyrics are pretty basic, by the time you get to Pass Me the Mary, Make It Cherry, Pass Me the Mary, like Smoke It Till It's Cherry, you say the same thing over and over and over again so many times that by the end of it, I'm whispering sweet nothings into the air, just begging for the sweet release of the song's end time. But this is, I mean, quality aside, like the volumes are correct. Like you were on beat. So objectively, I'm going to land at a 5.2. It's not like hard to listen to. It's just, it gets a little boring with the repetitiveness. But, you found somebody who was like, yes, it wasn't me, but it was G-Baby, and shout out. There you go.
There you go.
You got to mark it.
Also, shout out to Ray Stans for the gifted sub.
Mr. Stans.
Get 1 minute of your final mix for your track. We can do that.
Hell yeah.
Let me find it here. High Lord Tech versus Ray Stans. Yada, yada, yada. Here's Ivory Mask by Ray Stans. Back-to-back days.
What people listening again? Shout out to you. You're a real one.
I got an ivory mask. It never cracks, so I never cry. A fault in my heart. Why even ask if I'm living a lie? I'm lavishly empty, floating along, but I'll never fly. Crown on my dome and a thorn in my side. Hand on the phone and a tear in my eye. Front to the back and we swinging. Why you be leaving me hanging? Cooking it up and it's banging. I thought that you said it was sacred. Turns out it's a lot to learn. When that shit get hot, man, the plot can turn. Pray all day to rewind the clock, but what's up next is the top concern. Hole in my soul and I only reveal it to kinfolk I know who can feel it. You know in the end this is all just a joke, so why do we even conceal it? Promises kept to a nemesis lost. We carry the lessons and bury the cost. We burn all the letters for better or worse. We try to forget and it hurts. So it's so low with the woe is me. No damn clue how it's supposed to be. Tracing it back from the spoken to hub. With nothing to show, so I'm joining the club. Friends with a dread, so I run to it. It's all in my head, so a gun to it. Tied in a knot that I can't undo, so show me a cloud and I'm under it. I got an ivory mask. It never cracks, so I never cry. A fault in my heart. Why even ask if I'm living a lie? I'm lavishly empty, floating along, but I'll never fly. Crown on my dome and a thorn in my side. Hand on the phone and a tear in my eye. Everyone repping a
All right. Let's get out of here.
Wait. Was that not night and day better?
It was all right.
Basically did what I said, and it's fucking night and day. 10 out of 10.
No, fuck that. Not 10 out of 10. No.
That was a 10.
No.
That was like to the T. I was like, I hear it, and boom, executed.
I still think that the recording should have been done over a little bit more reserved, but I will say it sounds brighter. Maybe a little bit more zippered on the vocals, slightly over compressed, but I do think that the highlights that you took the suggestion from Bird did help. However, I don't think that it made it 10 out of 10 better. I don't know. I give it like I'll give it a strong 7.5.
Such a hater.
Yeah.
Look, I mean, I kind of want to listen to the rest of it now, but sure. I like this a lot. I think the vocal inflections, the flow, like there was a lot of different flow switch ups. I think the highlights that you did made all the difference. Yeah, I'm gonna go 9.
Wow. Hopefully you give him that.
I can't rating it because of my great advice or because that's how I feel about the song, but it's a 9 for me.
I feel like the moment that he said he took your advice, you're like plus 2 points.
Maybe, I don't know. That's what happens. You listen to me. 10.
Yes. All right. Next up, Will the Cook. Wu-Tang Clan type beat.
We'll see.
Flow Supreme.
That kung fu
Joe Boston left a little early.
Years. Won't do you any good now.
Shout out Boston. Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4.
Because I'm a producer.
That's Biggie. All right, we got you, Tongue Hero. Crazy name to say out loud.
Awesome. 10 out of 10 name.
All right, I got it. Clean beat. Probably not most interesting beat that I've ever heard from Will the Cook. I'll give it an objective 7. I think it's decent. It doesn't really excite me, but if I had to write to it, I would get the job done, is how I would phrase it. So I think it's a solid entry from Will the Cook. I don't know if it really gives me Wu-Tang vibes, but I guess I see what kind of algorithm you pick up from that. So it's a 7 for me.
Yeah, to me, it reminded me of like, I don't know, Alchemist, DJ Premier, Swaying King Tech. It was like a radio beat you'd hear on the radio, like for freestyling in the early 2000s. Which, it's like, oh, Wu-Tang, kind of in that era. Sure, I guess I could see it being that. As far as algorithms and like the searchability, I'm not mad at it. I think, it sounds a little dated, but it sounds like that was what you're going for. So I'll give it an 8 as a beat, but say you did the job.
All right, we got a couple tips. We got one from BMO and one from DJ Tongue Hero. So we'll drop those next and then get back to the regular schmucks. Here is Strawberry Jam.
Strawberry jam, peanut butter. I can fill you up, take you off of ease. You be my strawberry jam, I'll be your peanut butter. We can put this bread together, we can touch each other. You can chew me up, you can swallow me. Girl, I'll fill you up, take you off of E. We can toast this bread, pull out my knife and spread. Eat it first thing in the morning or right before bed. You be my strawberry jam, I'll be your peanut butter. Yeah, we're good alone, but we're better with each other.
You matter to me, because you do. I'm not one of those girls who jumps from guy to guy, and I know you're not one of those guys who just moves on to another girl right away. I just want you to know that I love you.
You be my strawberry jam, I'll be your peanut butter. We put this bread together, we can touch each other. You can chew me up,
each other.
you can swallow me. Girl, I'll fill you up, take you off of E. We can toast this bread, pull out my knife and spread. Eat it first thing in the morning or right before bed. You be my strawberry jam, I'll be your peanut butter. Yeah, we're good alone, but we're better with each other.
I have a question, D-Bird.
Yes.
Do you toast your peanut butter and jelly bread?
Fuck no.
Okay.
Do
I've
you?
heard that. No, I don't. I've heard that over the years of people who toast it, and I'm like, why? I've never was a thing to me to toast it before you put the peanut butter and strawberry. And that his lyrics reminded me of that. I'm like, why toast it?
I mean, I'm also no, Chef Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen. So
That's true. That's true.
You know, some folks might toast, and maybe I'm just a gutter fuck. I don't know.
Yeah. BMO. I like your voice a lot. I 100% agree with Ray, and that was exactly what I was thinking. I felt like the song itself, with all due super respect, it just felt goofy. Like the contrast, the comparison between strawberry jam and love and intimate moments. I get it. I get it. Don't get me wrong. I guess just the way that it came off, it feels a little bit silly. However, I think your execution was still fine. I would have liked if you kind of leaned into your vocal ability a little bit more and hit a little bit more power in the singing. But I think the way that it is, it's totally fine. I think you did a good job at the end of the day. Regardless of how I feel about the lyrics, like I don't really have anything to knock against the song itself, other than maybe more layers here and there to kind of highlight some different parts. But I mean, you did what you came to do, and I can't really knock you for that. I'll give it a 7.
Yeah, like I'm with Dice, where it's like it's executed flawlessly. I just feel like the writing and the metaphors got lost in the sauce a little bit. Like there's times where it's like, with any good metaphor, it works for both, right? Like, let's get this bread. Okay, sure, yeah, smart. And then you say something about like, let me pull this knife out. It's like, okay, well, are we talking about a dick? Are we talking about a knife for stabbing? Knives and sex, unless you're with a super freak, don't normally mix. It's like the big titty goth girl that you met at the vampire club. Sure, like bring
Shout out
the
Rogue Jepson.
Shout out Rogue. I think that's just all I would caution when it comes to the writing is like, I think there were parts where it like totally made sense and it went together well. There were some parts that was a little too simplistic, and this in some parts where it felt like maybe the metaphor got lost in the sauce. But I still like this, and I'm gonna give it an 8.5 because I think you did a great job and you sounded good. My shit's just my complaints are just about the writing.
I'm gonna ask a nice young lady, hey, what would you do if I pulled out the knife and the strawberry jam and the peanut butter, and see where the conversation takes me?
Please post results in lounge. Yeah.
Let me make a note of that. Make sure I do.
Look, if she's in the knife play, run.
Or
no.
Stay.
No, run.
I posted, where did I post it? I posted on Twitter. I was scrolling through Facebook for some reason because people keep tagging me on there, even though I don't log on there. And I was just scrolling through. Oh, yeah, I was looking at my high school reunion. Oh, yeah, look at us. Pictures from 20 years ago. Shit. And then I saw this video of this girl walking like down the street, and she's angry. She's like huffing and puffing, and she had like a kitchen knife in her hand. And I'm like, oh, where's the rest of the video? Because all you see is her walking for 10 seconds. I'm like, I would love to know the backstory of this. And I feel like this is a great segue into me asking somebody, hey, would this be on your way to your partner's house to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with a butcher knife.
It's a great segue. Definitely want to engage those people.
Thanks, Bird. I knew you'd support what I want to do.
I'm a chaos gremlin. I just yes, do the bad idea.
All right, welcome back, Zushi, aka Chauffeur the Bellhop. Got your tip. Here it is, Standing Still. We heard several songs from this project yesterday. There's a villain, there's a hero, there's action, and apparently there's a comic coming soon.
Maybe.
Let's take a listen.
I'm still gonna take credit.
Tonight,
You already had this idea, probably.
three suspects in the Omega Vault incident have been taken into custody. Authorities report no stolen contents recovered, but Omega assures the system remains secure. Secure.
Like you saying you touch on plus.
We watched them fall in cuffs on the screen, dripped in chains like a televised dream. Chauffeur, face blank like he already knew. Ink size down, ghost circuit see-through. They said the vault was sacred, deep in the tide. No way in, no way out, locked on all sides. But now it's hollow, and the news plays dumb. Talking terrorists caught like they ain't what we become. They caught our ghosts, but the vault's still cracked, and we're still trapped in Omega's act. They cuffed the names, not the cause they lit. Still feels like we inside doing time with them. We the gears, we the wires in the wall. One slips out and another must crawl. Replaceable tools in the system that kills. Yeah, they fell, but we're standing still. Some cheer it on, say lock 'em away, while the rents rise higher every day. Some stay quiet, eyes locked on the ground, but hearts beat harder when the sirens sound. They call them thieves.
Yeah,
But
it's still
what
open.
they take, just a myth, a hole in a trail they fake. Vault still empty, like promises made, like pensions erased and futures delayed. We knew it'd come with fire and cuffs, no clean endings for the ones like us. But when they cracked that seal, just for a breath, we saw the truth swim deep in death. Omega owns the news in the night, but even drown that spark ain't right. You can cage the hands, chain up the plan, but the silence don't make us less than. They caught a ghost, but the vault's still cracked, and we're still trapped in Omega's act. They cuffed the names, not the cause they lit. Still feels like we inside doing time with them. We the gears, we the wires in the wall. One slips out and another must crawl. Replaceable tools in the system that kills. Yeah, they fell, but we're standing still.
If they vanished the gold, then where did it go?
So for DJ Kung here wants to know, are you human
that
or
was
is
the
this
show, was the
Suno?
show. They showed the footage again,
Are you
over and
human or
over.
you AI?
Three of them shackled, heads down like ghosts dragged into light. But I don't buy it. You don't walk into Omega's heart and vanish the vault without leaving a trace. I think they wanted us to see him fall, to make us feel like they never mattered, like we don't matter. But the vault's still empty.
At the end, it's a lot of music.
And somewhere deep beneath the tide.
Let me hear some of the music though. I like your music.
Omega is watching.
I like that. Remind me, on this music, did you do all of the music yourself? Like, did you play instruments or did you use a drum machine? Remind me what you did as far as the musical aspect. Because out of the, 5 songs that we've heard so far, I do highly resonate with the jazzy atmosphere that you've kind of created in the storytelling. I think yesterday I kind of likened it to background music in the level of Streets of Rage 2. And I like that vibe. And I think the rapping is solid. Topics are still heavy, definitely still niche, but I think that the delivery and the execution is still pretty polished. I would give this one a 7.5. purely from the half of it seems like skit and dialogue. And if I had to come back, let's say I was listening to this project and I enjoyed it, but I wanted to come back and play my individual favorite songs, that would rank this one lower than other ones because, maybe I don't want to hear the news report, 15 times. I want to hear the story, but I don't want to hear the news report. So I think from that, listenability standpoint, this one would probably rank a little bit lower, but still understanding where it falls in the order of operations to telling a story in the album, it makes sense. Contact instruments. Okay, so you put everything together. Yeah, the instrumentation is dope. Major kudos to that. I give this one a 7.5.
What is NI?
Native Instruments.
Oh.
The people who made this keyboard and my drum machine.
Must be nice to make your own music.
I sent you a keyboard. What are you talking about?
I know. I used it so well and so often. It's
Never
sitting right there. It's just off camera. Zushi, chauffeur the bellhop. I want to say chauffeur the butler.
Those are two distinct jobs, Bird. Don't get them confused.
Chauffeur the bellhop. I could spend all night on chauffeur the butler and how it's a better name. I digress. Yeah, I like this a lot. I think it came in and I was like, okay, like I'm feeling, especially when we went from Will the Cook and his like 90s, early 2000s Wu-Tang rendition, and then into this where I was like, oh yeah, this kind of reminds me of like, Tribe Called Quest sort of vibes. And then you continue the story. Like the rapping on this was really well put together. I think it was interesting. I think your delivery is great. I'm a fan. I agree with the news reports. Like it's just kind of a little long. I would probably skip the news. I'd skip the music as well if I wasn't forced under threat of death to sit here and listen to community submitted music. But the parts that you rapped on, I think were great. I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
All right. Let's get back to the regular folks. Somewhere up here. God damn.
He was a butler at one point. It's the Odd Job story. Oh, so another thing that was my idea that you pre-stole from me. Okay. Gotcha.
10 years ago, while you were asleep, this person climbed into your bedroom, hooked up a contraption to your head, and was like, give me all of the best D-Bird ideas so that I can make an album for the next decade and then surprise him the day before the documentary comes out.
Yeah, pretty fucked up. At least you didn't steal the one idea that we were able to complete, which is the documentary available tomorrow on Apple TV and Amazon Prime. Thank you for stealing that, Zushi, aka not
Chauffeur the bellhop.
Chauffeur the bellhop.
Get it right.
Not chauffeur the butler. I wanted to be that.
He was a butler.
I know. He graduated. He
Graduated
Butler College, which is a real college. Double bars. Yeah.
All right, next up, Ash, ASAP Rocky, Isaiah Rashad, Smino type beat, Dusk Run. I think I'll close the queue down after this.
Ash. I got shit to do. I got shit to do.
I think I get it here. The drum line reminds me of like Gigawatt, but the keys that you're playing, they just feel tone wise off. Like they don't really grab me in a way that makes me like, oh yeah, I want to hop on this. They work, they're serviceable, but they're more annoying than they are appealing. Um, I think the arrangement and everything else is fine. Just not a fan of the keys. I would give it a 6.5.
To me, it almost felt like on purpose, right? Like it felt like you were trying to do the discordance, like wah, like kind of fuck with your brain a little bit, man. I'm going crazy. I got worms in my head. Yeah, like it seemed like you're like, how does that feel? It feels uncomfortable, huh? Which is fine. I actually don't mind it. I love having worms in my brain. So this shit, I think, was fine what you had. It just felt like it needed more. You know, like it just, you had your percussion and you had the brain worms. And that's kind of it. So I like what you have. I just feel like you need another layer in here. And, you know, maybe a counter melody or do something to change that up just a little bit. I like it for what it is, but it needs more. I'm going to give it a 7.
Next up, H-Tar.
What did you call me?
Loved Once, Never Again. Sad face.
That is the most depressing short story of all time.
It sounds like a Kuiper title. Let's see what we got.
Baby Boots, Never Worn.
All right. That was H-Tar. Loved Once, Never Again.
Baby Boots, Never Worn.
Again, I like the drums. I don't like the background ambience noise. It didn't do anything for me. It didn't add value to the track. It was just kind of ear annoyance. I know I talk about ear candy a lot. I think it's time to bring in a new term. That was ear annoyance. It sounded like I was at an airport, but it was an open door airport, so everybody's standing outside and I'm just basically hearing like jets and airplanes going across the runway thousands of feet away, and then some drums are playing right next to me. And I like the drums. Another 6.5.
I will say I agree. I liked the drums and I even liked the switch ups, but just the backing melodies felt a little hard to listen to. Like it kind of worked, but it kind of didn't at the same time. So 6.
All right, here's Vampire. Hello, Summer. Welcome back.
Vampire.
Summer's over. What the fuck? All right,
Is
let's
it?
watch it. Almost, pretty much, yeah.
What?
Fucking fall.
What?
What? I don't think we've ever seen a vampire video.
Welcome to summer, folks. This week we'll be reaching record highs as we start off the scorching 98 degrees on Monday and move into the triple digits by the end of the week. If you have some AC, now's the time to crank it.
Yes, the heat's back. Celebrate that. I'm sweating like a college mascot. Put a suntan, doesn't matter. When the world flips, do a headstand. I still remember those days. Party like the weekend. So when you're nearing again, wave to you and say hello, summer, welcome back. I am ready for your wrath. Hello, summer, welcome back. Just like good times in the past. Across the nation, the celebration of vegetation, embrace the wasted dead. Grab a cold one, fill it both sun, dive into the ocean. Cheese and flip-flops. Tiny tank top, so distracted that I belly flop. I still remember those days. Party like the weekend. So when you're nearing again, wave to you and say hello, summer, welcome back. I am ready for your wrath. Hello, summer, welcome back. Just like good times in the past. Across the nation, the celebration of vegetation, embrace the wasted dead. Hello, summer, welcome back. I am ready for your wrath. Hello, summer, welcome back. Just like good times in the past. Across the nation, the celebration of vegetation, embrace the wasted dead.
Directed music by. What else did you do? You edited too? What else did you do? Oh, you didn't produce it.
Johnny Fake name.
Oh, wait.
Oh, no. Not watched only by you, watched by all of us tuning in. So there
It
you
was
go.
Vampire with Hello Summer, Welcome Back.
Man, what a he bamboozled us.
Yeah, I thought vampires don't come out during the day.
We've been hoodwinked. It wasn't Johnny Fake name that produced it. It was Vampire. Vampire. Man, this is so confusing. This might be the hardest rating I've ever done in my life. Because right off the bat, I was like, all right, this is clearly a 10, right? It's a 10. It's great sounds, like cool, upbeat, punky, whatever. Cool little video to go along with it. And then I found myself at like 1 minute and 20, and I was just like a little bored. And I don't know what it is. Like I said, everything worked. Everything sounded cool. Is it like, do you need just like one kind of screaming section? Do I need the vocals to be more present? Do I need the percussion to be more present? I'm kind of at a loss. I don't know exactly what made me feel that way, but it just something about the vibe, something about the feel that I'm struggling to articulate turned my rating from a 10 to now it's going to be a subjective 8, where I feel like maybe it should be an objective 10. I'm at an 8. I don't know why. So I liked it overall.
Here was my confusion is as I'm listening to the songs, there were some moments where he was doing his thing and I'm like listening along and I'm vibing, and like when he sings a note, he'll sing it in a way different key than what I thought he was going to sing it in. but he keeps going, and it doesn't even like, it's not like, you know, Fall in Dove where like it's off and it just sounds out of place. It just, I don't know, it just feels disjointed at times. He's like, welcome back, and I'm like, shouldn't it be welcome back? And he like hits these higher range notes than I'm expecting, and it always kind of throws me off, but I think that's his unique quirk, because I've noticed that in several other of his songs, and I just don't know how to feel about it. It's not like a punishment, like, oh, do I take points off because you purposely sing off key, even though it doesn't sound bad? I don't know. It's confusing. That said, I do get what you're saying. Like after a while, it kind of does feel monotonous. Like, okay, I'm in the dryer and it's just doing the little keep dry cycle, and every 30 seconds it's like, spin it again, don't get wet, spin it again. But it works. I mean, it's still it's a solid song. So objectively, with everything else in mind that you did good, I'll give it an 8. However, still calling out that some of the tones just always confuse me on where you go vocally. I don't know.
Yeah. Like,
yeah.
I like alt rock. I like punk. I like all sorts of shit. You know, the Blink 182.
Some 41s.
Vibes. Yeah, the Sum 41. The Creeds.
Yeah.
Kidding.
No, not Creeds.
kidding. The Nickelbacks. Kidding.
No.
But like, Slipknot.
Just Slipknot.
Slipknot.
God.
But no. I digress. It's just like, it's so confusing because it's like, it's exactly in the style of shit that I love, and I think you did it well. So I'm like, why don't I love it more?
Maybe Vampire can answer that for us one of these days.
You know what's fucked up? The movie Nosferatu. Have you seen that?
I can't say that I have.
It's basically a story of an ancient vampire who like imprints on like a child, and then she grows up, gets married, and he's like, well, I'm going to keep on murdering everyone until I rape you. And then she decides to fuck him consensually and then die. Movie over. That's it. Cool movie, right? So hopefully you're not one of the rapey vampire, and you're more of I don't know, a cool Edward Cullen who just like has glitter for some reason but can still run around in the day.
I think I would rather watch Vampire in Brooklyn with Eddie Murphy.
That is a good one. Yeah.
Unit, the queue is closed, but for you, my man, go ahead and drop it in there. Just this one time, only because Tech Plays left the server, so we're not listening to his shit. Bye. Next up,
Unit, my party dog.
Zax. I'll finish this later.
Margella.
Okay, we'll drop it off too. God damn it.
Gotta play Margella.
You two post them now, and then that's it.
And even if we like you after we sit right, then play the blues, too bad. When we just show up unannounced on days that aren't ours, I'll be ready for it.
Should have finished this now, Zax.
Oh, you went full silent. Never go full silent. Make it clap. Make it clap. Make it short, plug. Make it clap. Make it. Has to make it. Am I rapping?
I don't know what you're doing anymore.
I don't know.
I'm just here.
It's not certain vibe. It's about vibe. Kitty ass hands in here.
Hey, shut up.
This wasn't it.
I'm not gonna say it wasn't it.
I will.
Okay. Um, I need a minute. I'm processing how to formulate my thought.
Well, this is off the top of my head. It wasn't it for me. There could be others that it is it for. For me, it just felt kind of basic. I was making some jokes throughout it just to kind of, keep it pushing. But like the full silence, definitely insane. Just don't. The progressions just felt kind of slow, and the choices as far as the music, the instruments used, also just kind of felt stock. So like, I'm not trying to be a big old hater here. I usually like your beats, but this one just felt super basic and stock to me. But that being said, like the sounds weren't bad. It sounded more amateurish than I know what you're capable of. So for me, this one was a 4.
I'll give it a 5. I don't like the sound choices, but I feel like there's bits and pieces there to appreciate. It just didn't sit right with me on first listen. And I feel like it's just because there's multiple sections and it's not Halloween yet. I don't know. I feel like God, what's his name? Joey Graves would really like this. He likes the real creepy, dark horror, Halloween themed type stuff. I think this would resonate with him. I feel like just listening to it on a random Monday, it feels, I don't know. I need to have some context here before I go into something like this, and that's where it's throwing me off. So I'll give it a 5. Like, I think there's parts that I liked, but there's also like the overall sense of it didn't necessarily resonate with me on first listen. So with that said, next up, a Palo.
Palo Alto.
Aptly named track, Outer Space.
Hey.
Brand.
It's in outer space because you can hear the crackle.
I thought that just meant it's cold.
Nope. That's space.
And I run next to the sun, it's the anyone. Many come, many go, many stay, many don't. Many watch as time goes, life grows cold like an ice dome. My home, I soar, this life is a light show. I know, I can't feel shit on the high notes or the ride home. What's the highs and lows? It's just life, oh, that's not right at all. Hey, China, hurry, grab me Tylenol. Tied them all to stars, grasping bars, but it can't be real. And hand me, then I'll fall, but I'll never land. Seems to me like heaven's band, tied up by the devil's hand. This boy feels like a wonderland.
I give me more than that.
Talking about space.
Voice is a sandbox, and the sandbox is my world. With an astronaut's helmet, I keep floating while I twirl like a ballerina, barely even standing on a pearl. Like a rapper who keeps writing, but he's not inside our world. And I mean it, all these kids who feel like me, but I can see that there ain't many. And my church is always empty. How do I preach? I started at school, but I can't even teach. There's no one in row, so I guess it's just me. I preached out, but there's no one like me. I see, I even took out the anxious feet. I seem to be hopeless, maybe it's not just a bad thing. I'm closing the school and I'm taking my leave. I'm trying to go find someone like me. I wish you good luck and hopefully the person you meet is a bad dream. The last thing I need is someone who can't outlast
The
me.
last thing I need is someone to what?
That can outlast me.
Can outlast me. Wow.
Yeah. You've already busted your nut and she's like, what's going on?
So that's how you interpreted it. Okay.
Think so. I like your voice. The second verse, it kind of got a little bit sloppy. Like, it was hard to hear when you first came in, and then was parts where you were kind of speeding it up double time and it got a little bit sloppy. I think the first verse was interesting. It made me pay attention with your presence and your cadence. I wish you did something in the middle instead of just empty crackling noises as if I'm listening to a phonograph. In case any of you don't know, you hand crank it and then it turns the wheel, and then there's this big little. Anyways, I, I feel the potential here. I think this isn't bad, but I think that there's room for polish, is what I would say. I will give it objectively a 6.5. Like I don't not like it, but I feel like you could have done some things cleaner on the second verse and added something in the middle that would have made me give it a 7.5.
I like your voice, but I think you're still learning how to use it. Like the delivery just doesn't feel that polished to me. So like, you know, there were some times where you're kind of like slurring the words a little bit. Like Dice said, when you started doing the double time, it definitely got off track. It feels like needs more confidence in the delivery. And that just, you know, comes with time. I would also say that like from a technical perspective, I really wanted to hear like a dub layer where you're like adding in kind of the rhyming words at the end, just another full recording track where you're only saying the words that rhyme and maybe some internal rhymes. Like you kind of learn where to put that to strengthen the existing verse. And then what I noticed instead of that, you had kind of times where you recorded a backing track and just did like a full line for emphasis, but it was too loud and it was off. Like it didn't have the same tone to it. So I would say get rid of that shit and then just, like I said, the subtle complementary rhyming words. Outside of that, yeah, outer space. You left a giant space in the middle, which might have contained a fucking galaxy. Might have been an entire black hole. That's where the chorus goes. Figure out a chorus and then put that on the end. I'm gonna give it an objective 5.
Next up, Tagami, Lil Double O, Matt Critter type beat, Maserati.
Fucking Matt Critter. This gotta be like his manager or something. Like, or maybe his producer. I don't know.
Matt Critter's like, go on White Collar Rhymes and you post a beat that hits me every fucking week.
Yeah. Every week, twice a week, they're gonna hear the name Matt Critter.
Until they fucking get it, you can post. I still don't get it.
Just skittering around.
I'm trying to get back to where the fuck it was. There it is.
Like digging in the garbage. Just Ooh, artwork.
I don't like this.
I don't like this part. I was just gonna say that. Yeah, too simple.
Usually I sit here and I listen to at least a minute and a half of Tagami. I don't like this one. If I had to take all 50 Matt Critter beats that we've heard from Tagami, this would be in bottom 5. This one's a 4 from me. I don't like the sound choices at all. It just feels like something that you made for the sake of putting sounds together on a BPM and you still exported it out anyway. It just doesn't really hit for me. Sorry.
So I'm not mad at the bare bones of this. Like when you have that atmospheric kind of pad going and you have the 808, like that's fine. But the 808s were just entirely too loud. Like the comparatively, the 808s were just insanely not normalized compared to everything else. And then in came the zerps, the beep, 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 beep. Like, no, that felt like a child learning piano for the first time. But before then, you kind of had something there. Like, I don't mind it. I think it's not the type of song I would normally go for, but I could see a lane for the first half. I'd give it a 6.
All right. Next. Fuck. Spotify. Squire and Masha. Scars gonna matter. Okay, let me find this.
Yeah. Yeah, Squire. Just Dice trying to get around Spotify to avoid paying you 0.00001% of us.
No. They'll still get the little YouTube video play or whatever. It's just I don't want to watch my screens flash and then jump all over the fucking place. All right, here's Squire and Masha. Scars gonna matter. Back up. There's some stuff from Sunday that we haven't gotten to. We skipped around a lot. I'll explain after this goes off.
Watch this space now. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this space now. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this space now. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this space now. Watch this space when I run through. All of my pain with a side of regret. All of my feelings I flood through. All of these words that I say with my chest. Pick up the pieces that none knew. Swimming in deep, but it's time to repent. All of your fears were untrue. Listen to me while I'm holding your hand. Back to your love will I lost but trust. Reading the truth in your cinnamon says I'm a heart after waters to argue with us. Assuming that you'd always get. All of my demons are feeding and pieces of freedom. I choose all the ghosts of the dreams I believed in. The keys that I keep it for unlocking fear. You feel like killing, I'm barely a prayer.
Scars gonna matter, even when I'm gone. Held it together, but the pain stayed long. Still got weight in the chest, half gone. Love like this never comes out strong. Scars gonna matter, even if I heal. Pain in silence is louder than real. Keep it inside, now I don't even feel. Love like this never comes out real.
Now I'm back in the smoke of this memory, painting my pain with a.
I just wanted to ask if you felt the same way I did, which was like, I was like, man, I kind of fucking hate this. And I said, wait, why do I hate this? I listened to each of the voices on the chorus. I was like, oh, they both sound really good. It just doesn't work for this beat. And then I like pretended that the beat wasn't there. I was like, oh, this kind of makes sense now. So I just wanted to see, like, check in, see how you're feeling. And, you know, next time you play it, pretend the beat's not there. And it's like, oh, suddenly it's super good.
I'm going to do that. I was going to say that I was totally checked out up until I heard the female vocal. And then it caught my interest again.
Okay.
Like I heard like 30 seconds of it. I was like, it's not really hitting me, but let me see what it's like without the beat.
You're like, it's
Authenticity, all of my enemies try to unravel me. Gotta dig through the dark to the hand of me. Walk through the rust that has been shattering. Trying to bury my truth in the packaging. All of these thoughts in my mind keep battering. Counting down seconds while gravity's flattering. Rose from the ashes with a fire like a dragon. So ran a bag of food, but I love really matters of a green vindicating of the more. So I got all my reasons. The low dark cold and the platter degrees and all what a silence. Dagger three sins, they could drop it harder than another. Now you're feeding my gut with a guilt so dagger. And I'm bleeding again. All these scars gonna matter. Scars gonna matter. All these scars gonna matter. All these scars gonna matter. All these scars gonna matter. Tapping into sanity with chains around my shoulders. I will suffer and withstand the heat despite the creeping closure. I will carry all your heavy deeds forever till we're older. I was hoping you would marry me. I love you till they bury me.
Scars gonna matter, even when I'm gone. Held it together, but the pain stayed long. Still got weight in the chest, half gone. Love like this never comes out strong. Scars gonna matter, even if I heal. Pain in silence is louder than real. Keep it inside, now I don't even feel. Love like this never knows what's real.
I faded a grey when I lost all. Eyes wide shut through the rainfall. Shadows of hope and a locked fall. Fighting these ghosts to stand tall. Messages buried in the last note. Pride on stage with a cracked throat. Still I survive through the unknown. Please don't mourn when I'm long gone.
That's a strange way to end it. Yes, JCC gifted subs will still skip after queue is closed. Any tipping of any sort will earn you a skip. That was Squire featuring Masha. Scar's Gonna Matter. Here's where I'm at with this bird. He reminds me of Chrono Flow in his delivery. Except I agree with I think that was Margiela that said the mix on this is super harsh. It's just extra sibilance all throughout, which maybe what led to me kind of like checking out because it's just like harsh on the ears. But if I really dial in and focus on it, I think it's decent. I think it's okay. It's just the mix is very distracting, and maybe the beat doesn't make it more interesting as well on top of that. So it's like compounding things that may be working against you. But I think delivery wise, you're fine. And I mentioned Chrono Flow. He's somebody else on our Discord because technically you're there, like you're on the pocket, but it feels like something is novice in the delivery. It's like almost, I don't believe what you're saying because it feels very forced and robotic. And I would like it to be a little bit more natural and authentic. And I'm not saying that you're not natural and authentic. It just feels like the flow is just very like, okay, technically solid, technically on the nose to the point it's just boring. It's like if you go to a fine dining restaurant and they give you a gourmet burger and you're like, hey, where's the Big Mac? Where's the Whopper at? Right? It's just a little bit too polished to feel relaxed. All that said, I'll still give it a 7 because I think that the female vocal was dope. Hopefully that's like somebody you know and not like this came with the beat type thing. And like I said, I think you technically did a decent job.
Man, Squire has 1.64 thousand subscribers. It's pretty good. Look, I had to stop it in the middle because I was like, that I kind of picked up on exactly what Dice said. I was like, it sounds like you're there. Like, why don't I like this? And then it's like, oh, well, the mix is fucking trash. Like, your vocals are too present. There's too much sibilance. And it ends up becoming just a mishmash of ma, 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 ma. Like, you can't make out individual words. And it's overwhelming. And I think a lot of that has to do with the beat, too. Like, the beat is just fucking noise pollution. And so I would say the female vocal kills it, but is mixed poorly. I think you do a good job flowing, but it's just mixed so poorly over a poor beat that it's hard to really probably give you the props that you're deserved of. So this song, to me, first reaction, I'm going to give it a 6. That's where I'm at.
All right, we got a gifted sub from none other than JCC, also known as Relac, also known as the man who has a childhood picture of him in a sparkling suit with pointy toe shoes.
Also known as Grandma's favorite little helper.
Also known as, can I pet that dog?
Also known as, hey, I had a Snorlax card once.
Also known as, you gonna eat that?
He has a lot of nicknames, this guy.
All right, here's personal hell.
I should be able to just clip these and then post them in the fucking thread. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Feels like I don't know myself anymore. Outside looking in, I changed the lock on the door. Watching pouring gasoline on the floor. Light it up just to build it back the same as before. What the hell has gotten into me? Oh, it's been getting harder to breathe. The walls have started to box me and I'm running out of oxygen. Pleading, please, someone just let me free. Cause when the roof caves in, there's no one saving me. As my skin gets cold, no hand holding rain. How can I accept myself if I'm living in a personal hell? Always feel like somebody else, waiting for somebody to help me. How can I accept myself if I'm living in a personal hell? I always feel like somebody else, I'm screaming, oh yeah. It's like the devil on my shoulder, find a way to take me over. When I'm sober, I can't seem to keep my composure. ADHD, my mind is hazy, maybe bipolar. I'm going crazy. Then it turns to empty and numb. I get lazy, lay in bed and turn to a bum. I get angry, start to beat my head like a drum. I'm smoking daily, feel it take effect on my lungs. How can I accept myself if I'm living in a personal hell? Always feel like somebody else, waiting for somebody to help me. How can I accept myself if I'm living in a personal hell? Always feel like somebody else is screaming out, yeah. I'm feeling worthless in need of my purpose, but do I deserve it? Did I put work in, or was I just too busy hurting? I'm certain that I can't escape this abyss. If all you need is time, why am I wasting mine? The resistance clock is ticking, I feel that inside. How can I accept myself if I'm living in a personal hell? Always feel like somebody else, waiting for somebody to help me. How can I accept myself if I'm living in a personal hell? Always feel like somebody else is screaming out, yeah. I'm taking thoughts of thinking there's no letting me out.
All right, that was JCC with Personal Hell.
Well, my personal hell would be never having met JCC. Never having that sweet little butter voice come right into our server and say, "Hey guys, I make music sometimes. I just like to, play music for girls and, see if they like me." And we're like, "Holy shit, this is great. Yummy, yummy, yum." This is why he's grandma's favorite. Look, who mixed this? I'm guessing a Catalyst mix.
Says JCC mixed.
JCC mixed. Okay.
But I don't know if that means JCC mixed it or if it's just Mitch mixed it.
Mitch. Okay. I'll just say that for me, I love everything about this. I personally did find some, like, if I'm nitpicking for the stream for a review, that was some of my issue. I just felt like there was some harshness on the singing vocals, and then on the rapping vocals, it felt like there was still some pops that were coming through. So that was just kind of my thing. There was like slight little things on the mix that I was like, I can kind of hear some imperfections, but I love the song in general. The writing, the singing, you crushed it. That's where I'm at. I'd give it an objective 9.
Here's my thoughts. And don't take this the wrong way. I don't mean it in a bad way. It feels like you ghost wrote a track for Coulter and this is the demo version of it. Because this, like, as I was listening to it, I'm like, this feels like something that Coulter would do a song over. And then, like, some of the way that you, like, dabbled with the singing and then switched back to the rapping, it almost was reminiscent of stuff that I've heard him do. But you had your own personal spin on it, which took me out of that mindset. But that was, like, my initial thought is, like, this feels like a Coulter beat. And then how he would, maybe that's why. I feel like I've heard Coulter maybe on this beat, but I definitely have heard him do something similar sounding. Interesting that it's also a Mitch mix because it felt less wet. Like there's not a lot of high and reverb like he would normally do. It felt a little bit muddy in the first opening part. Not like totally, but just kind of like, if I'm, like Bird said, if I'm nitpicking for a review show, that was like the one thing that I'd say is like the vocals did feel a little bit more muddy than usual. Everything else I think was good. I'll give it a 8 is where I'm at on it. An 8. A safe 8.
Finally, you go lower than I do. Because I was starting to feel like the dick judge. You're like, I don't know, like 7. I was like, fucking 4?
I mean,
Can't get my reputation, you know? We gotta play it off. You're the dick judge on here. I'm not. I'm the normal cool guy. I'm the Paulo Abdul.
you can swap.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, where the fuck was I? Jesus Christ. We're never skipping Sunday again. Like, if we miss a Sunday, you just wait another fucking week.
Well, then we'll have double duty. We'll never catch up. We'll get like 7 hours into the stream. You're like, you know what? Next Sunday we'll finish it off.
Yeah. All right. Endless Grudge, Squirming Freestyle. All right, let me find this real quick. Endless Grudge, Squirming.
That's how he says it too. Endless Grudge.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's how it came out at this point. All right, here's Squirming Freestyle by Endless Grudge.
They said I saw once cars hopping on a old whip, new bra. She got on a nice dress and no thong. She just wanna dive back to my song. Feel like I could win a beauty pageant. How I'm looking. To my house and you can only find me cooking. She said she coming over, but you better not be tweaking. I'm so sorry, baby. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know what I was.
Ready? And 40 seconds into it, you got an interlude.
I've been doing so many drugs, baby, I can't give it up, give it up, give it up, baby. I've been drinking too much, I can give it up, I can give it up, okay, I'm locked in, hit the wrong ends, you gon' all bleed. Ain't nobody coming swinging like a ball team. If you ever look into my pockets, you find all green. That's exactly what she won't ever have to ask for a thing. I just give her what she want. Nightmare, when you drop it, I just give them what they want, Nightmare, what you want. I just wanna hear a song, fuck it, give them what they want.
Call the fire department. We just nuked the building.
What's the fire department gonna do if you nuke the building? Just get a bunch of cancer?
Die of radioactivity.
Yeah. The firemen are gonna come in like and then like
what a
Jon
world.
Stewart will go to in front of Congress and be like, hey, we should probably like get these guys some help. And they're like, yeah, what do you know, comedy guy? Go tell us a joke. And he's like, I'm trying, I thought you cared about fire. Okay.
Imagine if your fire department was getting a consultant from Chernobyl on how to deal with radioactive material.
Ugh.
My feedback is straight and to the point. Endless Grudge. I wanted to give this like a 9 or a 10. I couldn't for 2 reasons. The somewhat of an interlude, the phone ringing 40 seconds in, and then the DJ so-and-so star at the end, unnecessary. And also like your delivery was just, I wanted more emphasis out of it. Like it was just so, at first it came on and it was kind of cool how you were laid back, but you like went super lax to not even the point of like trying to deliver anymore. And you're just like, I'm just gonna say whatever on beat and everybody's gonna like it. I'm clean. Like, give me a little bit more energy out of it, and I would have actually liked this super high on my list of things that I've liked in the last couple of days of listening to music. Like, I like the flow, I like the cadence, I like the beat, but those 2 things kind of took me out of it. The effects for no reason, and then your lack of emphasis in the delivery really kind of just took me out of it. But I wanted to give this a 9, maybe even a 10, but those 2 things are giving me like 6.5 vibes.
It's giving 6.5.
Giving 6.
Look, man, yeah, this was 100% a 10. All day a 10 in my book. I was like, this is fucking great. Right off the bat, I was like,
Yeah.
this is strong. This is the type of shit that can come on the radio and you'll stop what you're doing. You're like, who is that? That was really good. The problem came when the phone call came in, 100%. Then I was like, why is a phone ringing? That's already an annoying sound. You know what I mean? And there was no payoff for it either. You know,
there wasn't even nobody answered. Nothing happened. No voicemail. Nothing.
Why was there a phone call in the middle of it? No one picked up. Okay, well maybe fucking don't make a phone call in the middle of your song. And so then, right as you come back in, like Dice pointed out, like that was a downside. It wasn't like a 0, but it was like, oh, you're just kind of blah blah. The words are kind of slurring a little bit, and maybe that was on purpose because you're like, you said something about being super drunk. I get it. Like there's a part for that. It's like, oh, I'm so drunk, I barely care what I'm saying anymore. But you have to deliver it stronger than that, or at very least, the mix, it has to be present enough so you can be like, okay, that's what he's saying, right?
Yeah.
And then the DJ call the fire department. There's a nuke. Well, that's just going to kill everybody involved. And so now I have an endless grudge against these two stupid effects that probably came with the beat. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, but you should have removed them and just do that. It's a 10. Right now, it's a 7 because I'm that angry about these two minor things.
Man, I really like that too. It started out so strong.
You know, like I could probably even bump it to an like it was so good initially.
You know,
I'm just like now it's a 0. Fuck you, because these two things ruined it.
Tough. All right, next up, Crafted by Tyler, Starry Nights, featuring 21 Faces.
All right, I'm gonna still listen. I gotta just give my dog food.
There you go.
BRB.
Down. We always turned up, guaranteed I turned them out. Jasmine Sullivan bust your windows, then she burned it down. You have some hearts in your car that she was carving out. Hell had no fury like a woman scorned. Get your woman warm before she gets hot, then I'm gonna get her warm. Lay her down, have her coming back forever, have her loving that. We rushing that, yeah, like a running back. Running back relations got me something bad. Cutting back, I'm waiting, yeah, left me nothing fast. Jumping jacks, push-ups, I'm not your punching bag. So it's back to the treadmill, I'm running laps, running in place, I'm not moving. Stunning the way that you move it, I'm loving the way and you knew it. Prove it, I might do it, take advantage or lose it. I'm not stupid, I know you want me for my music.
Look up to the sky, I'm forever fly. Think that I could dream it's forever, I don't know why. She want me to stay, she want me to leave. Really, I couldn't say, why don't you take me away? Look up to the sky, I'm forever fly. Think that I could dream it's forever, I don't know why. She want me to stay, she want me to leave. Really, I couldn't say, why don't you take me away?
Confusion leaving, decisions make precision moves. Envision losing a queen, you left with visuals. Some call it minuscule, on to the next is so miserable. Let me guess, these ups and downs predictable. I've seen it far too many times to count it out. I mean, there's far too many dimes you said you mad about. The nerve you got to up and leave, they left you down and out. The worst you had to see for yourself, but now it's doubts about moves you make a move on a regular. This competitor, you only getting older with time. They call you predator, get it her. Pick up lines, get you an editor. Trying to chase a score, yeah, calling you a creditor. You making rules like a ruler just to measure her. Couldn't leave her alone and try to pressure her. Expressing her thoughts, get ignored, then caressing her. Instead of that, try to invest in her. Yeah.
Look up to the sky, I'm forever fly. Think that I could dream it's forever, I don't know why. She want me to stay, she want me to leave. Really, I couldn't say, why don't you take me away? Look up to the sky, I'm forever fly. Think that I could dream it's forever, I don't know why. She want me to stay, She want me to leave, really I couldn't say. Why don't you take me away?
Very long ass outro. All right, that was Starry Nights by Crafted by Tyler, featuring 21 Faces. That was super dope, man. I like the flow on that a lot. Very polished, very controlled delivery. The hook was well performed, progressed the track. Everything was mixed pretty even keel. Trying to think if there was anything that I did not really like about it, but I think overall it was a very good first listen. I don't think I've heard anything from you before. If I have, my apologies. I can't remember it, but like just off of strength of first listen, that was a very strong, this is who I am and this is what I do. Yeah, I like it a lot. And I don't think that there was anything that made me say, I wish this was better about it. I think it's just a solid track. I would give it an 8. And I would just say that the intro just feels empty. Maybe, you know, as much as we harp on the previous track about having a random phone ringing and then the DJ announcer at the end of it, I feel like this kind of a long outro, if you're going to leave it that long, it calls for something to be happening vocally, whether it's, you know, you fading it out or talking it out, whatever. It's a lot of space to leave there at the end. So I guess that would be my one, if I'm going to nitpick something, and nitpick for the sake of nitpicking. Otherwise, I think it was a dope track. I think you did your thing on that. So shout out to you. D-Bird is off feeding Buddy. Uh-oh. D-Bird is back.
I did feed him, and I also heard all of the CBT. Look, that was dope. Yeah, that was cool. I loved I think the strongest parts here were the delivery, right? Like the delivery and the flow were kind of the star of the show. Bars, write that down. I think for me, like when you get to a certain skill level, then it starts like kind of getting into another grading tier, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, like, because now I'm looking at it as like, oh, you guys are clearly polished. You know what you're doing. Now I'm looking at the writing. Now I'm looking at like, all right, what did you actually say here? I think it was fine, but there was like a lot of like, you know, running back, running, meh. Like it just kind of this, it wasn't basic, but it was like not that complex either.
Yeah.
So I'd say that's kind of why it's not a 10 from me right off the bat. I'd probably give it an 8 too.
Word. All right, let's find Noir. Batman-inspired rap song, Gotham City. Oh, okay, I guess Noir made a beat and then he found a rapper, did a Batman song on it.
Love that.
Right. Let's see what happened here.
Just so we don't get sued, this is that person not affiliated with DC at all. I don't know why it says that on the screen.
He lied.
I feel like I'm Bruce when I move through the city. This life can get gritty like living in Gotham. I had to get it, don't worry about critics. When you like the vision, don't care for your optics. You about the money, don't care about no penny. I'm here for the future, I move like a prophet. Life wasn't pretty for everyone with me. We had to get witty, was really no option. Hey, really no options. Had to get witty, no stopping. And when it get real, better lock in. You can either get popped or get popping. How it is in the city like Gotham. Growing up made sense to the nonsense. You can either be a hero or a convict. Either way, it's a battle in a mosh pit. Bad man, black man, bad man, madman. Move through the dark, got me feeling like Batman. Whoa. I live live when I rap, put my soul on these tracks, this is not for aesthetic. A lot of y'all say that y'all walk with that stick, when I see you, you got a prosthetic. I say what I do when I speak on these beats, every verse that I write is prophetic. My mental will lethal weapon when it's used by the hand of a man with a deeper perspective. I've been keeping record, the lesson is you become weak when you learn to just flee from direction. The image mystique, but I still keep my eyes on the scene, cause they keep me perceptive. Cover my face, but I peep the objective. My obsession is nowhere I'm stepping, selective with paths that I'm heading through. In my reticule, I see facts, man, tapped into your tactics. I can see through your boards like a CAT scan, dog. I feel like I'm Bruce when I move through the city. This life can get gritty like living in Gotham. I had to get it, don't worry about critics when you lack the vision, don't care for your optics. You about the money, don't care about no penny. I'm here for the future, I move like a prophet. Life wasn't pretty for everyone with me, we had to get witty, was really no option. Hey, really no options. Had to get witty, no stopping. And when it get real, but a locking, you can either get popped or get popping. How it is in the city like Gotham. Growing up made sense to the nonsense. You can either be a hero or a convict. Either way, it's a battle in a mosh pit. Move through the mob, what you mobbing with. I don't mind your man, rather be a monument. Uncommon to comment on the incompetent. Rather conjure competitions for the common man. The populace who go through the consequence of being living in a world that's been robbing them. Protect and serve the service, a contradiction. When you kick to the side like robbing them, okay, peep it. Power like poison ivy, touch it, man start itching, tweaking. To conquer is contraband for the ego, we let it partake in frequent. That's why I live by a code, if you don't, you can end up at something egregious. My focus on people, don't care if it's legal, I'd rather be regal with life on my conscience. There'll be a constant part of the process, pushing the progress. Feel like I'm Bruce when I move through the city, this life can get gritty like living in Gotham. I had to get it, don't worry about critics when you lack the vision, don't care for your optics. You about the money, don't care about no penny, I'm here for the future, I move like a prophet. Life wasn't pretty for everyone with me, we had to get witty, was really no option. Hey, really no options. Had to get with it, no stopping. And when it get real, but a locking, you can either get popped or get popping. How it is in a city like Gotham. Growing up made sense to the nonsense. You can either be a hero or a convict. Either way, it's a battle in a mosh pit.
All right, that was Dizzy 8 with Gotham City, produced by Noir. I love that track, man. I thought that was super dope, super unique. It didn't even really border into the corny, oh, you made a comic book realm at all, because he just kept it super witty and fresh. My only critique of this is that the vocals are too loud. They're like just too sharp over the beat. I'll give it a 9.
Yeah. You know what's crazy? And I could be mistaken, but like, I think I heard this beat when we were like doing the Noir round, and I was like, I think I heard it, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do with this. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if I didn't hear it then I heard plenty of beats like it where I was like, what the fuck? I don't know what to do with it. Yeah. It's not my style. I don't get it. If I just heard that beat, I'd be like, ugh, what the fuck is that?
It's funny you say that, because Noir sent me a beat and I listened to it and I'm like, I like it. I just don't know what to do with it. And then Almighty VA called me. He's like, yo, I need you to do this verse. And he sent it and it was on that beat. And I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now. And that's it having to be a Noir beat. And I've had that same experience with his beats before. I'm like, I like this. I just don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, it's exactly that. And like the second I heard this rapper over, I was like, oh, that makes sense. Yeah. All of it makes sense. That was just super dope. Great delivery, great flow, fun lyrics. Like, it's a 10 for me. I think that was a solid fucking song. And it just goes to show, like, we can initially hear one thing and be like, it's not really hitting. Or like, especially on the beats, the instrumentals, where you're like, I don't really see what this is for. Shit like that, where you're like, oh, got it.
I get it. Yeah, duh. Stupid.
Idiot. Shout out, Noir.
All right, next up, Tyrant. 3 months of not touching the song. Consensually?
There was a
8 minutes?
Wait, what? I was gonna say there was a Tyrant that went to my college and did like a school song. Do you ever have like a rapper that did a song for your school, and because it was about the school, it's not really good, but people are like, oh, you got to hear this song.
Never.
Mentions our area. Yeah, it was kind of one of those. And like in that brief window of time, there was like a year or two where Tyrant was popping. This being an 8 minute and 53 second song, I don't think it's the same guy.
You never know, Bird. Small world.
This has got to be like a experimental instrumental or like a punk band or something. There's no way this is rap.
We've seen crazier things. All right, here's Tyrant.
What exactly do you think this show is, Tyron? Okay.
I can understand why you wouldn't have touched this for 3 months. You look at the file and you're like, fuck.
So
Too much.
basically, there was an entire hour and a half anime that played out in my ears with no visuals. What the fuck, Tyrant? Look, I'm not even mad. I'm a little mad. The only saving grace was Dice was able to kind of click around. And I was joking, but yeah, like, what do you think this show is? You know
What do you think we do here?
I think for what it's worth, all the sounds sounded professional. They sounded well put together. It definitely told a clear story, which I'm sure if we had 9 minutes to spend on this show just for you, like we could see the ups and the downs, but you kind of don't need to get it and to review it. I think it's fun, needs a visual. Clearly this is for a movie soundtrack. This is for an anime. Find some fucking anime and just put it on there. You told the boss battle. I hear it. There's a good journey. I can't do anything with this with just audio. Fucking, I don't know, objective 9 for its genre and 0 for this show.
Here's my gripe with this is that everything I heard, it sounded like it was almost mono. It didn't really feel the width. I don't know. I'll give it a 7.
Like, I've already spent more time thinking about it than I want to.
Get out of my head. Again, like Bert said, what do you think we do here? Like, I don't know how we're supposed to process 9 minutes of this, and not even being mean about it. I just don't know what I'm supposed. Am I literally supposed to sit here for 8 minutes and 53 seconds and then tell you my thoughts on each section? I don't know. What
Should
you
add
want.
a breakdown at 5:45.
7. All right, you got it. Calico James, he was trying to watch the stream yesterday. We couldn't make it happen, and he may or may not have gone and done some hardcore drugs. But he wants us to let him know how this mix is hitting. Gonna fade into the next song, so we'll keep that in mind. 6 minutes.
Please, dear God, tell me you wrote even one single thought down before saying it into a microphone.
If we're not fully engrossed in this song by 3 minutes, I'm cutting it off.
Fade into, so he's basically doing a 2-for-1 and then just, oh, it fades. Matt Critter type beat. I don't even know what that means anymore.
That means standard issue.
2 seconds, no vocals yet.
Me and my team going crazy in this mud right now. Forever my people, forever my team. Y'all don't even wanna intervene, cause ain't no crew gonna rip it like we do. Y'all already know. A lot of us got a lot of different flows. Y'all already know just how we do. Cinematic up in this mud, trying to get it started. Y'all niggas be rapping, y'all be capping what y'all talking. You already know just what we doing, how we started. Keep killing it, keep drilling it, cause music brought us together. We've been cut from the same clothes. Cause all you other whack niggas need to go and knock it off. Y'all can't mess with my team. We burning stuff to the third degree. Nobody can touch us, only God is above us. Oh, gotta burn it down. If you can't swim, you about to drown. Even if we ain't making no noise, man, we still loud. And my name is Cinematic. You know that I'm about to go crazy like I'm a crack addict. And if I'm messing up, a nigga like me gonna take another stab at it. Cause ain't nobody messing with my cool. And if you decide, then you probably about to die. If you please, cause like I said, ain't nobody messing with my team. Cinematic. Let go. Business, nigga.
Only monkey swing on trees, banana clips with lemon squeeze. I can give you what you need, satisfaction guaranteed. Throw that ass round in a circle.
I'm gonna find Calico. I'm not gonna listen to his whole crew.
Make it clap, got a chill my head up yonder.
I can't even rap for real, I'm really a singer. But I'ma get y'all a freestyle right now. I'ma try to come off the dome. Just bear with me.
Okay,
pause.
The fact that he's like, I'm like a singer. I'm not really used to going off the dome. Like, why are you prefacing this? I'm expecting it to be real bad now. Is that what you want me to be like? Oh, this is gonna suck. Like, I used to tell this shit to Nikki. Is like, never ever submit a song and be like, oh, here's all the reasons you might not like it. No, here's what I did. Boom, confidence.
I keep on five set on, I know there's one clean, say every man about to stay.
But it's love with my crips though. If I holler and they
You and me is that I be a singer. But I'ma get y'all a freestyle right now. I'ma try to come off the dome. Just bear with me.
Bear with me.
The mix up between you and me is that I sing in a higher key and five set on. I know there's one clean, say every man about to stay with a middle team. Call me I.O. Dying on you niggas to fish fry. Can wait while you driving the grease. I wait on my plate up. Catfish rappers gap all day on the beat that they choose. They won't show face like. Watch where you stand. You standing on blocks that you should not be in. Watch where you stand. I'm standing on blocks with me and my kin. Watch where you stand. Oh my god, I just started something. Okay, bet. Niggas wanna play me like playmate, go play with your baby. Pluton, that persuasion, I'm gone. Papa Rich sends me D in the foreprint. I'm back and go all I fuck you in your zone. And I got killers with me, that's go bust at your dome. Make my favorite word busting your home. Yeah, busting your dome. Yeah, busting your home. Yeah, spinning your shit like a merry-go-round. We coming around, you already know. You already know.
I can't do it. The writing is, there's no writing. There's
no writing. And there's fuck ups still in there. You fucked up a bunch of times and left it in. Why? Sorry, you go ahead.
Calico, I want the mix. I don't like the auto tune on it. The quality is not very good. It sounds very rough around the edges, and the verse just doesn't excite me. I mean, the first guy was okay. Then we started listening to the second guy, and I'm like, okay, well, I don't know these guys. You didn't give me any introduction, so let me just find you. And I would have rather just listened to those first two guys. I think that your verse came off as less effort put into it. I mean, if you just straight freestyled it, I go back to, I think, what I was telling you a couple of weeks ago. The glamour of, oh, I didn't write this. I just went in the booth and straight recorded it. I don't understand that attraction to the younger artists these days of like, oh, I just went in there and I just did it off the dome. Like, okay, I get it. Cool. Maybe you memorized it and you just repeated it off your head. Whatever it is your writing process, I don't care. But the whole act of like, I didn't try, so it makes it cooler, doesn't necessarily make it a better song. And that's kind of what my final point is on that is I respect people who have the ability to memorize a verse and just go in there and perform it. It doesn't impress me if your song isn't enjoyable, though. Like, you can impress me and wow me all day, like, oh, I memorized 16 lines, or I did a whole verse without stopping, but that doesn't make the song better. And that is what I wish people would understand is, like, I don't care how you create the song, just make it a good song. And I don't feel like you put the effort in it to make it a good song. It's just a passerby song. Not even rating everything else going on. Beat is cool. Verses are not very good. I give it a 3.
Yeah, you know, I'm coming to the point where, like, why record your freestyles? I think that's where I'm at. I don't need to hear a single recorded freestyle unless it's Lamb or P Cash. Those are the only people I've ever heard just go in and say whatever. Their beat selection, their confidence, and their natural talent to just deliver whatever the fuck is unlike most. I'd say 99% you're not gonna hit that. And it just missed the mark on so many levels. The beat took too long to come in. I think it was like almost a full minute before the first guy came in. And then he did, and I was like, oh shit, great voice. Just saying the dumbest shit you could ever think of because it's off the top, of course. You know, I don't think off the top freestyles were meant to be recorded. Kicking it with your friends, getting drunk at a house party, sure. But like, this has no value for me as a listener. Even if you are proud of, like, look what I did. I didn't even try, and all the words rhymed, and it even hit the snares. No. I'll just focus on Calico, skip the second one, talking about monkeys and banana clips. No, stop. Calico. Okay, we have a long ways to go. Dice is sighing.
No, it's not you. I'm just trying to reset myself.
I realize sometimes I get on these rants, I get on my high horse, I'm like, okay, let's just narrow it back in, rein it back. Calico, I think you have the makings of a good artist. To me, it just doesn't feel like you care. It really does. You submit these freestyles where you're like apologizing, where you're fucking up. Literally, you fucked up and just missed an entire bar. You're like, I'm going to sing now. And you kind of did exactly what you were doing before, just like a more sing-songy, slower flow. I swear to God, you could be a good artist. And I think that's what's so frustrating is you have all the tools, you have the ability to deliver, you have, you know, something there, and you choose to use it for evil. So this is a 3 for me as well.
I think we take a moment of reprieve and we watch the trailer for the documentary coming out tomorrow, and then we finish out the next 6 or 7 tracks that we have to close out the queue.
I'm good with that. Give us some hope back in the world that there are people who take this shit seriously, that, you know, sometimes agree to meet up in a mansion first time ever meeting each other and then have people film it. That's what this is.
All right. Available tomorrow on demand. This is the trailer for the last mixtape. Please watch it while we reset our mental capacity.
Lord knows I'ma give it all I got. I'm never giving in. If I rise to the top, it'll pay off in the end. Sometimes I feel lost. I don't know where to begin. Ain't trying to stop. Yeah. I can do this.
Kind of lagging a little
D-Bird
bit.
just mentioned to me this idea of going out to a mansion in Texas and recording an album, and that's kind of right up my alley.
People who've never met before in real life, putting them in a house and saying you have this much time to create an album.
Okay, it is a real place, yes.
Hell yeah.
Online collaboration's great and stuff, but like the actual like feeling of being like in the moment and like creating like, yes, we got this, like let's go, and it's a feeling like nothing I've ever experienced.
White collar bringing heat, we ain't even hit the peak.
It feels like we've known each other for years.
I've seen D-Bird on camera. I've seen his stupid little dab shit, and I hate it. I've seen Cody Nash, you know, jittery and amped up when he's excited about, you know, conspiracy theory he wants to talk about. I would have been more surprised if somebody behaved differently than what I've already come to know.
It's crazy to see you and you.
Soul of a golden god by my team, imagine the rapping and then wrote it off. No fraud, an MC and a sex beast. Trying to find a balance, truly excel when I spread cheats. Yeah, I'm what the internet needs, but what the streets hate. It's my birthday, come blow the candle out on this beefcake. Stop lying, tell the truth. I am legend, this is the bar you measure to.
We didn't think this was real.
Maybe we should all just link up and do some music together.
How serious are we about putting together an album and then having it filmed?
To be honest with you, I have no idea what the last mixtape is.
This is the last mixtape. This documentary is the last.
Oh, is that what this is?
That's what it's called.
All right. Feel a little bit better now.
Fills me with joy every time I see it.
All right.
I was so spoiler alert. I own the file so I can just watch it whenever I want. I'm probably gonna buy it anyways, but which you should as well. But I was watching that and I was like, can I share this with my mom? And can I share this with some of my old business contacts who are like, oh, documentary? Okay. And after watching it again, I was kind of like,
nah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I was telling myself the other day, I was like, I've reached that point in my life where I get to find out if somebody who I've crossed paths with would randomly watch a hip hop documentary that they stumble across on demand and be like, I know that guy.
Fucking know that guy.
So now I get to figure out, is that a thing?
Well, I did post a link to the pre-save for Apple TV and Amazon in my high school reunion chat. So everyone from my graduating class, I'm like, well, can't make it for my 20 year, but here's a documentary I did.
Yeah,
shout out.
Yeah, I was telling Bird my 20-year or so, whatever they wanted to hell call it, did their shindig a couple weekends ago, and right now everybody after the event already happened is now in that let me post a bunch of pictures from back then mode. So I might just, when this is fully available, just dive bomb and drop this off and keep it moving.
Why not?
All right, we're gonna finish out the queue now. Vivid Beats wanted to know if this beat is something that an artist could hop on, or is it more of an instrumental song because of the many elements in the melody? Would appreciate feedback in general. All right, here's Pain type beat, Heartless.
Pain type beat.
I love Pain.
Go crazy on that beat. Crazy on that beat. Crazy on that beat.
Pain.
Thank you for the tip.
Shout out Fallen Dove.
That random piano that comes in is throwing me off. That piano. That random piano off key mash of just whatever fucking keys, that needs to go. Like you dropped your cat on the piano and just like, we'll leave it in there. Yeah. Everything else, I think an artist could get on top of this. It definitely does feel a little bit dated. It feels like some, like, I don't know, 2009 little boozy shit out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. But at the same time, I think that there's an audience, like somebody like Calico James might think this is a dope beat. There's an audience for this. I'd say that one piano sound is probably the one thing that I would say doesn't really fit for me. Everything else it's a beat. It's serviceable. It's not bad. I don't think you have too much going on to where it's like overproduce, but I also wouldn't say that it's like cream of the crop. So I think you have something on your hands. Probably just work on that style and refining it to sound a little bit more modern. I'll give this a 6.5.
Yeah, I think somebody could definitely do something with this. To me, yeah, it definitely sounded dated. To me, it reminded me of like the 90s, like Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, Chronic era, where it's like that G-funk bass in the background. I think that's what kind of made it feel older. But like Dice said, there's a market for this. I give it a 7.
All right, Fallen Dove. I'm gonna play one now and then one whenever the hell we get to it, just because there's so much shit in here. I keep losing my spot. So whatever one I get to first, I'm playing. Looks like it's the last one you posted. All right, here's Pull Up Extended.
Pull up, pull up, pull up.
Order first half, newer second half. Older first half, newer second half. Okay.
Dice, can you play the newest song, please?
Here's the newest one.
On boy-ish, on my teeth all jagged. I hit your hoe because she's ratchet. Pull up with the knife and I bug it. I hate your mess because he's a faggot. Pull up, 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 break it in the Benz, DNA fingerprints, got a cleanse and I got the spins. I pull up with your mentions. You can't do nothing because you're worse. I make sure that all the men piss it.
No, I was just saying, so close. When he came back in, it was like, oh, they're getting it. And it's like, oh, then it just went to shit again.
And I still split you puss. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up on a bitch and I get that shit to spend. And I take her to my den with the crack and shit. Then we light a pipe, then I fuck on a bitch. Then I get found that night of our life. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Pull up with that Glock, you know, bitch can't stop me. Shoot, if you mock me, pucky like cocky. You can't do nothing. Why you bluffing? Why you disgusting? How you disgusting? Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Fucking the back of your bitch, suck me and leave in a ditch. Put a Draco off the hip, pull it with a big ass clip. No drum, you dumb, you lame ass, can't tame us. Came in our ass, forgot the pack, grab the stash, show some pills and we relax.
Yeah.
Do you have a Draco? Honest question.
You know a girl with a big ass clit? Like just so large it bears mentioning?
If I knew a girl with a big ass clit, I would keep that to myself.
Don't embarrass her.
Hey, guess what? Guess what? On this song that I played on the streaming audience, I talked about your clit. Big ass clit. I feel like, look, the problem is that you're trying to make these rapper voices that are totally unnecessary. Like even on the hook, you're doing like pull up on the clit. Like just say it. Like just don't try to be the Joker. Don't try to be Heath Ledger and play the Joker. Just be the Fallen Dove. That is the most simplistic form of advice that I can ever give you that you just don't seem to really quite get yet, is that just be yourself and stop trying to put on a persona or tell a story or present this imagery. Be yourself first and then experiment with other things once you grasp who you are. Because even in like personal conversations with you over the years, you seem to be finding yourself. and it's showing drastically in your music that you don't really know who you are. Like every single verse on this sounds different. I started to ask, is it different people? I still don't know if it's different people, but all of them sound different. And it's just, I feel like I'm listening to somebody with schizophrenia and not listening to an artist express whatever artistic moment. Also, in terms of the first verse, the only thing that I'll say is that there's moments where I'll listen to old Eminem and it makes me uncomfortable repeating some of the lyrics because it's just like so shock value. I don't know what the market is for like saying the F word anymore. Like, right? Like, yeah, you can say it and kind of like slide it in there, but like I'm at a point in my life where I want to say things that I'm comfortable with repeating around majority of the people that I associate with. Even like if I played some old Eminem right now and he's dropping the F bomb, like a slur against, you know, that community, I don't know that I feel comfortable like singing that out loud anymore. It had a time and its place and I moved on from it. So that's the only thing I can say about that is that music isn't for me. I give this a 3.
Feels like a step in the wrong direction for sure, which is strange because there are some parts of it that are probably better than some that I've heard. But I mean, to Dice's point, like you can't say gay slurs in 2025 and like expect to have a market. You know what I mean? Like it feels uncomfortable to listen to, and it's not really particularly creative either. You know, it's not like, oh, here's some bar that, oh my God, like look at the way they structured it. It's just like,
if we were listening to battle raps right now, like, okay, somebody like made a joke about it and like it turned into a humorous moment, albeit kind of cringeworthy. But we're listening to music and it's just like random gay slur.
I mean, it's like saying fuck you. Okay, anyone can say it's so straightforward. It's just it's so bare bone basic. It's just disappointing. I will say that the hook, probably one of the most catchy hooks. Again, no problems with the backing vocals. The backing vocals are the star of the show once again. I don't get it. You can harmonize, you can do everything in the background. The second you try to do anything on the main layer, it all goes tits up. Yeah, the volume was too crazy loud. You were putting on a persona. It felt like somebody who listened to Future once and then tried to do a Future song. You know, like it felt inauthentic. And I'll double down on Dice's, like the more authentic you can be to yourself, the more relatable your music will be. 2.
All right. Next up, Hi the Gami has pasted Sooner or Later by Too Slim and Il Coso. Let's take a listen. Long songs today. What do you guys think we do here? Do you think that we just like wait around on the Discord and we're like, okay, we got 30 songs and let's spend 5 hours listening to all of them? I think that's what we do.
I can see how you'd get lost. I'm trying to figure out how many we have left, and I keep like getting lost myself.
Yeah. Count the ones without a green check mark. That's all I can tell you. All right, I get it on this section. Let me skip through.
All right, so about 8 left.
Okay.
I think. What's up, Ray baby? Let's go!
I like the production. I'm not sure how I feel about the vocals. The quality of vocals kind of didn't sit well with me in comparison to everything else I heard. I would give it an 8.
You're the best, great big boo.
If I had to, that would be the one negative thing I would say is I didn't like the quality of those vocals. Everything else I liked.
Entirely too long to go through the entire thing here, but I do like what you have. From what I heard, and like we get it, right? We don't have to sit in like 6 minutes and 43 seconds like, ooh, now let me take another 20 to write my thoughts down in a diary. Like, I would just say that for this setting, it felt like I wish things were condensed a little bit more. Situationally, like if you're in a vampire rave, sure. While blades like ching ching ching.
Blood spring on you.
Yeah, just fucking slicing heads off. Sure. I'll give this a objective 8.5.
Do not own a Draco. A 9 though, different story. Talk about your 9 then. Don't tell me you're pulling out a Draco if you don't have a Draco.
Maybe just take a break from talking about guns.
Talk about more guns. Be different. All right.
Now a crossbow. Maybe you're Van Helsing trying to fight Blade for the kill on the baddie vampire. That would be a song I'd listen to.
Pulled out my crossbow and cocked back my arrow. Or what do they call it? A bolt? Sorry, bolt for a crossbow, arrow for bow and arrow. All right, here's Sminem. I'm not even gonna try. Version with AI isolated vocals for reference. I don't know which one I should play, so I'm gonna play this one. It's right here.
Axe Body Spray gets a bad rap. I don't know many, but in high school, shit.
Prídem domov, statier. V každom meste robím sidequesty. Hlavné misie som dal všetky. Sme v záchranci, prečo myslia, že dobrí chlapci nevidia nič cez naše masky. Orange s nimi po bratislavsky. Šoty. Veľký chlapec ide veľký sloping. Tej som dievča, nebaví mať shopping. S DJom Vibom nahrávam stopy. Lil homie, čo si sič mahol. Povedz homies, tak volajú tako. Názory staršie jak tvoje Pavol. Názory staršie jak tvoje
Spotekovaných zadných hlavíc. A teraz som už nechcel dávať o peniazok, ale jediné čo počujem, keď idem z banky, je cinkanie na krku s reťazkou.
I hate the vocals. I hate the vocals on it. I don't really know what's being said on it. The sharp piano, the ding ding, is too high in the mix. It's just obnoxiously loud. I like the production and I like the arrangement elsewise. For producers, I would almost rather you just throw some fucking Jay-Z or throw some Nas on it, throw Andre 3000. I don't care. Throw somebody super famous on it. I'm beyond stressed out hearing obscure UK drill rap on cool production. It stresses me the fuck out because I want to like your beats and then I just fucking hate the song on top of it. I'll give the beat an 8. I give the song on top of it a 4.
Like as a producer, I think I get how a producer's brain would be like, the rappers want to hear how they'd rap to it. It's the opposite. I want nothing on it so I can hear it and be like, oh, I fuck with this. Or if there's something I want to change, I can talk to you directly. Oh, change this part, and I want to buy this from you. I don't need some random UK bullshit, or even a Jay-Z or a Kanye or whoever. I don't need it.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna put somebody on it, just put somebody on it that I can at least like recognize. Don't give me this obscure stuff.
I think just leave it off.
Leave it off totally.
That's my advice, because then you just compared the songs. Like, oh, I love this song from them, which I recognize the verse. It's not quite as good as what I love. I digress. This was pretty cool. I liked a lot of parts to this. It did feel like there was two kind of competing genres here, where you had the brass in here that made it kind of want to be more jazzy, and then you had this like deep kind of electronic synth, which kind of made it more like EDM hop. And it just felt like those two styles were confusing each other, but it still kind of worked with everything else you did to it. So decent production. I'll give it a 7.5.
Shadows, quick beat made a bit ago. Would love some feedback on the drums. Thank you. You're welcome. I got it. That was Slippery by Shadows. The snares are too loud. And I bet Bird is also going to say it's also kind of just loud in general, especially the background noises and melodies. But the snares are definitely like way too loud in comparison to everything else. Otherwise, I like it. I'm going to revert my rating on Sminim's and give him a 7. I'm gonna give Shadows an 8. Little curveball there.
That is a curveball. And that's why I always tune in every week. It's not because I'm on the show. It's because I want to see what Dice will say. How is he going to change his rating this time? Just to me, it felt basic. I actually wasn't even like going to comment on the volume or anything. It just kind of felt like it needed a little more change-ups. It just kind of felt repetitive to me. Not poorly put together, just meh. I'd give it a 7. 6.5.
All right, next up, Ill Withers. Conway the Machine, Griselda type beat. Here's Grip Static.
You are now about to begin the great adventure. You must be very ill. Very ill.
nothing very healed. I got it. I am not a fan of the sample. I like the vibe of it. I'm a drum guy, so whenever I don't get to hear nice drums in it, I feel like I've been sold a lemon on the car lot. However, for this style of beat, I know what you're going for. I feel like the sample usage is kind of sketchy, especially when you chopped it a little bit. Where am I on this? 6.5. Didn't excite me, but it's okay.
Again, what a dick. 6.5, fucking Simon Cowell over here. I, on the other hand, thought it was perfect. Kidding.
Give it a 10, Mr. Perfect.
10. I just wanted to make you look bad.
That's okay.
Look, there's room for improvement in all of us. There's probably, what's my judging? Is my judging a 5, a 6? Maybe. Like, say a number. Move on. Shut the fuck up. Look, for this type, the Conway the Machine, Griselda, like, I think that you executed the style pretty well. I like that grimy kind of, almost like the high pass filter on the drums. So I'm not even mad. I think the right artist on this could do it justice. There were parts where I was like, could it, it's 4 minutes and 56 seconds. Like, I'd say shorten it and maybe think about doing a little bit more switch ups, just because that piano did get a little repetitive after a while. But I'm not mad. I'd give it a 7.5.
All right. Fallen Dove, are we still listening to Beat Switch thing here? In the meantime, here is producer Ink's Longest Road. I wish you gave the sample a break. You got a nice basis there, but the sample then becomes like, oh my God, please somebody strangle that chick singing in the background, instead of, oh, this is cool, let me rap around that. Yeah, I like the foundation that you've built, but the house on top of it is sketchy. You need more variety in the house. You've got like one window on the front, and then the rest is just wall enclosures. There's no light getting inside. You need more variety in your design. I give it a 6.
I agree with the variety. Overall, yeah, it sucks because it's like, it's good what you have. You just need more of it. It's kind of like when the producer has the session open, they find that one little loop and they're like, I hit it. And then just kind of copy paste. You're like, no. Like, there has to be something else too. You hit that first part, you nailed it. It's got to have something else. Give it a 7.
Yeah, I asked if you still wanted me to play it. All right, here's the free one that Fallen Dove have. Why me version 6?
I'm old. I have to get real close to my screen to read. What the fuck was that saying?
Skip 20 seconds in, I'm already there.
Maybe just cut 20 seconds out. My first suggestion. I think I know what I want to say about this part. Do you want to like pause it on each part and then like we talk about the part?
Let me find the next part. Yeah, you want to go ahead?
Okay. So I guess to your point, Fallen Dove, you can skip the 20 seconds in for us by just eliminating that in the session and then starting the beat with a reasonable like lead in, maybe 1 or 2 bar lead in, and then go into the beat. To me, it felt like kind of a carnival type beat. It kind of felt a little goofy. The sounds, like the kind of main melody parts just felt like kind of random carnival noises, like carnival flutes. Yeah, it reminded me a little bit of like Carnival, the video game, as you have that little shotgun, you're shooting the bees coming at you. The drums, I think, are the biggest highlight here. You always have really good percussion. I just think that the other sounds on top of the percussion felt amateurish, and I would give the first part a 5.
Yeah, I echo a lot of that. I thought the drums were okay. The little melody that you had kind of buried underneath it, I would either make it louder or do something different. I thought it was a little bit too buried, but I think overall, if I'm thinking of song structure, you telling me there's 3 beats in this part is way too extended. 2 minutes in, you have the second beat change out of 3, so it feels a little bit too lengthy. But that's without hearing any song structure on top of it. Here's the second part. Honestly, for me, this one is just purely sonically confusing. The drums are okay, but the melodies that are happening, they don't seem to be in a memorable pattern. It's just like random mashing of keys, and it doesn't make me like memorize anything. So it's kind of forgettable for me outside of the drums. I would give this one a 3.
I mean, to me, it just feels like another variation of the first one. Like the drums are more upbeat and more trappy. Again, I like the drums. The drums are fine. The other stuff is not. So I'll just give it a flat 5.
Don't like. Should have just stuck with 2 beats. This one's a 1 from me. It just didn't add any value to the production at all. It just felt like I'm just gonna randomly end this with some strange noises.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I don't understand the purpose of this. Like it again just felt like random, like ding 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 ding, like there was no point for it. So yeah, my suggestion would be cut out the end. I'm a person that doesn't really love beat switches anyways. I told Dice that in his little challenge week where he's like, gotta use 2 beats. I'm like, fucking why? Why not just make 2 different beats and then make those as strong as possible? So that would be my suggestion is pick one of the 3, either the first or the second, and then go revisit what melodies to do. Use different music. Use different instruments.
All right. I was about to say last 3, but Kleptoman, fuck it, we'll play that too. Last 4 of the show. Here is I Don't Know with lots of bees.
We could fix it someday. Back when I thought we could fix it someday. Back when I thought we could fix it
Okay. This is like, this reminds me of like, and I've never seen it. This is just from my imaginations from what Dice tells me about the internet. This was some hentai anime girl like getting slowly choked to death by like a guy with a crazy curly Q mustache. And those were her last breaths. Like it was graphic, the death scene that unfolded from that. Like what the fuck was that? There was some semblance of rhythm sometimes, and then it kind of wasn't, and it just deteriorated into nothing. What feedback do you want? Keep going? Keep expanding? Don't stop it weirdly? I think it started out fun and interesting, too much glitches and too experimental at the end. 5.
I'm going to skip over like 40 seconds of Bird's review, and then I'm going to echo too much glitches. I was going to say that it sounds like if you went to the thrift store or the pawn shop and you're like, oh, look, tasers. And then you went back home to your girlfriend and you're like, look what I got, honey. And then you like zap her with it, and she's like trying to say stop, and this is what you recorded, and you put some drums over it. It's like, it sounded out cool, but yeah, I think the glitches got a little bit excessive towards the end, where it was like, why? Artistically, 6. I'll give it a 6. Like I liked how it started. I did not like how it ended. I think the too much glitching took me out of it.
How many we got left, Dice?
3.
Including Sir Klepto. Okay.
Yes. All right. Here's Margiela, Dancing Circles.
Here it is at long last. Margiela.
Spinning out all the sweat, spinning out all the sweat. Hold me so much soup. Had you trembling.
Who's Margiela?
Talking about women, lies like us. Hold me, had you trembling. Spinning out all the sweat, spinning out. Hold me so much. Had you trembling. Dancing.
That vocal stab, the high, I think that should be removed. It feels out of place and disjointed. I think the vocals overall that you used are a little bit loud. Maybe they could sit a little bit lower volume wise. I like what you did here. I don't think it sounds as disconnected as some of your other samples. I believe you would take like from obscure games or shows and kind of like do beats on top of them. This one feels pretty well meshed together. Just that one stab, the high, it just didn't sit with me. Interesting song. I would give it a 7.5.
I was gonna point out the same exact thing. That high, it's like you're at work at the office back when that was a thing. You're like talking to your buddies, like, oh, I can't wait to like go out to the strip clubs this week, like blah blah blah. Like, oh, we're gonna meet up here, and then the nerd from the corner cubicle, hi, like, no, never mind. We weren't planning anything. Go away. No one invited you. Don't. You're not invited. Stop trying to be down. High. Take out the high or turn it way down, lower. Buddy.
We're almost done.
He's upset at the high as well. If you must use it, like I like the timing of it. It was kind of cool to break up the everything. It's just too loud. You know, you can still keep it in if you keep it like in the background. Otherwise, I did like this. I like this a lot. I'll give it an 8.
Word. I like this probably top 3 from what I've heard from you. Next up, Unit. Phoenix spelled wrong. Warby.
Fucking Unit always comes with the fire.
Yeah, lonely nights in the coldest of winter nights. Got the campfire heating, it's keeping me up alive. The ashes from the fire is flooded the ground in sight.
Lonely nights in the coldest of winter nights.
That makes sense, right?
No, hate. That's it.
Yeah, lonely nights in the coldest of winter nights. Got the campfire heating, it's keeping me up alive. The ashes from the fire is flooded the ground in sight. I'm a phoenix rising up from the ashes. I'm flying high when I'm down low, riding my flows every hour, every time zone. Moving my houses make it difficult to find home.
Hold on.
You gotta pause down. Yeah, what's up?
I gotta pause because something just came into my mind. We haven't spoken to Margella in a while. Margella, are you going to watch our film that comes out tomorrow on demand on TV platforms everywhere? Have you heard about it? Have you seen? Do you know about it?
A lot of smart people are talking about this. All the hottest celebrities right now are talking about The Last Mixtape, available on Amazon Prime and Apple TV tomorrow.
Tell me more. Oh, I'm so glad that I stopped in the middle of Unit's song in order to tell you about it.
We watched a trailer for it earlier in the stream.
We can watch it again. Probably... Fuck it. Nah, fucking we can watch. Unit, hold on. We need to promote this. You can go to our YouTube, White Collar Rhymes, on YouTube, but so you can catch it on Apple TV, Amazon Prime on demand, multiple on Fandango, all those little on-demand services. Here, we're going to show you the trailer. That way you can get a little taste of what we're doing here. But it comes out tomorrow everywhere in some countries.
Give it all I got. I'm never giving in. If I rise to the top, it'll pay off in the end. Sometimes I feel lost. I don't know where to begin. Ain't trying to stop. Yeah. I can do this.
D-Bird just mentioned to me this idea of going out to a mansion in Texas and recording an album, and that's kind of right up my alley.
People who've never met before in real life, putting them in a house and saying you have this much time to create an album.
Okay, it is a real place, yes.
Hell yeah.
online collaboration's great and stuff, but like the actual like feeling of being like in the moment and like creating like, yes, we got this, like let's go. And it's a feeling like nothing I've ever experienced.
White collar bringing heat, we ain't even hit the peak.
It feels like we've known each other for years.
I've seen D-Bird on camera. I've seen this stupid little dab shit, and I hate it. I've seen Cody Nash, you know, jittery and amped up when he's excited about, you know, conspiracy theory he wants to talk about. I would have been more surprised if somebody behaved differently than what I've already come to know.
It's crazy to see you and you and you.
Soul of a golden god by my team, a mansion to rapping and then wrote it off. No fraud, an MC and a sex beast. Trying to find a balance to the XL when I spread cheeks. Yeah, I'm what the internet needs, but what the streets hate. It's my birthday, come blow the candle out on this beefcake. Stop lying, tell the truth. I am legend, this is the bar you measure to.
We didn't think this was real.
Maybe we should all just link up and do some music together.
How serious are we about putting together an album and then having it filmed?
To be honest with you, I have no idea what the last mixtape is.
This is the last mixtape. This documentary is the last.
Oh, is that what this is?
That's what it's called.
Yes, the editing is fire, and yes, it is a fun watch. And as annoying as we will be in the coming months, that is why thank you, Unit, for allowing us to stop. I wanted to spread the word, because if you guys want us to keep doing cool stuff like this review show, the tournaments, and all the other things that we want to try to do, it would be very, very appreciative of us if you guys, you know, like wherever you see it, share it, leave a review, leave us a rating. That way we can get on demand services like Hulu and Netflix and all the other major platforms, because we're only on demand first, but we're definitely trying to spread the word so we can do another season of this. So wanted to make sure, since hadn't seen you around in a while. Oh wait, hold on, we got a movie coming out tomorrow. In addition to that, all the music that you heard in the background, there's an album will be available for purchase on our website tomorrow as well. And also on Bandcamp if you want to take a listen to it there. So yeah, we will be loud and proud of that. But you should definitely check it out. It's a fun watch.
Double whammy. Yeah, I had a lot of fun making it. It was the first time most of us met each other for the first time. So yeah, it was an experience. Let us know what you think. But only if it's 5 stars. That's right. From now on, we're going to have to give out 10s to everybody that pops through, because, you know, they're going to be rating us too. So
if you post a receipt of you purchasing, you'll get an automatic 10 on the review show. Don't quote me on that, though.
Well, to give you an idea, Margella, we shot this. Like, I had the crew come down and filmed this. We filmed this in April of 2022. So that's how long it took to put together.
Yeah, but we met up for a week. So not only just filming it, but we were actually making songs, getting to know each other, and living life all kind of confined in this one mansion and trying to figure it out. In addition to making a project, we actually ended up with, I think it was like 39 songs in total, and we went through at the end of the whole trip and we said, okay, these are for the album. The other ones we'll do whatever with. So, you know, like Bert said, it was 3 years in the making now, but long overdue. And hopefully everybody enjoys it and we can do it again.
Shit, I guess it was 2023, but 2 years in the making. Still a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate you, Margella.
And appreciate you, Unit. I owe you one. Sorry, I didn't want to lose that thought, because I know some people pop in and out after their song goes off. It's a long show, but I owe you one. If you want to get a song skip, just remind me. I got you. All right, let me start it over.
Me up alive, the ashes from the fire is flooded the ground in sight. I'm a phoenix rising up from the ashes. I'm flying high when I'm down low, writing my flows every hour, every time zone. Moving my houses make it difficult to find home. Put in my hours, guess you could say it's a high loan. Time is money, but both of those are things that I have blown. I heard this beat and I just can't resist, riding on this shit just like Tokyo Drift. Take a hit off the spliff, now I'm taking a trip to a new dimension. This is where I make all my shit. Yeah, my Inspiration is real adjacent to variation. Many songs and many artists laying down foundation. Medication is invitation to transformation. At least it was for me, it really caused some changes. So many people leave, it's kind of like a foliage, painting my picture but it's really just a phony sketch. The light is blinding when I'm living my life in the darkness. When writing lines is personal, I feel I'm home again. Yeah, I really do feel like I'm home again. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the league of the people who say they all compete to be the greatest rapper that is earth has seen, undoubtedly. Bills are never paid by the people who say they're proud of me, but loving over riches is facts in all my honesty. I'm trying to make platinum plaques, and I'll still believe in it. I'll never dumb it down to make believe, but faith in me. Me thinking words to myself's like a stage to me, because opinions from others have never really bothered me. I'll stay on the grind, I'm an undercover prodigy. They all looking at me like it's a Christian through mythology, but I believe in that's enough to make it to the top of the mountain of rappers who rapping for real and aren't wannabes. I'm down low, writing my flows every hour, every time zone. Moving my houses make it difficult to find home. Put in my hours, guess you could say it's a high loan. Time is money, but both of those are things that I have blown. I got an album in the works. It tells the story of the kid who had a fucked up beat with perks. It tells the story of a child who felt that after all the work he put in, she was never good enough for him to feel dispersed with his lyric. The silent sound of hysterics, a bottled down broken spirit. The middle child with a story that nobody was hearing. Don't post without gratification from reactors. Feel I'm limited myself to opinions about my passion. It's time to make a lasting long message by being captive inside my mind. A story about progression, moving backwards. A story that can capture a feeling inside a song. And some kids will be helped massively without much interaction. Yeah, that's what saved me. Always trying to do the same.
Mountain noises.
Yes, baby.
All right, that was Unit with Phoenix. That was cool. I think you did a good job. Shout out to Noir for the beat. Here's what I'll say. We've heard you several times on the show. You have a dope flow. I think one thing that you should remind me how old you are, because one thing you should do as you further along your musical journey, just be careful about using words that don't necessarily fit the pocket, but you still make it work, because it comes off like a little bit cluttered when you're trying to deliver it, even though you still on the flow and whatnot. But maybe you can switch up the wording so that it feels a little bit more smooth, because it'll be easier listen for the audience, but B, it'll also save you some breath control as you're trying to like move on to the next line. I heard that a couple times where you had like a little bit of a condensed, you're trying to squeeze in a couple of words that had high syllables and then move it on. You didn't fall off, but it definitely felt like a little bit of a rush there. But overall, I think you did your thing. Like, you kept up with a beat that definitely progressed it. Who'd you get this beat from? Because Noir used that same sample. And if it's not Noir, then they have nearly identical beats. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I'll give it a 8.
18 years old. Wow. Miles ahead of where I was at 18. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, I mean, technically this was sound. I liked your flow. I liked your writing. I think you have a lot of interesting things to say. And the fact that you're 18 writing like this instead of, maybe just trying to copy paste something that you heard on the radio is pretty impressive. I think that the one piece that I'll never forgive you for, the one piece that I'm going to take to my fucking grave is Lonely Nights on the Coldest Night. Get the fuck out of here.
Mars.
Choose one. Choose one.
Mars.
No, get the fuck out of here. It's a 9 from me, and it could have been a 10 with a little bit more technical, like a little bit of technical nuance on the mix, and like adding some supporting layers, and getting rid of that one line. That is -1 for me.
Yeah, and on your next song, that needs to be the hook. Lonely Nights on the Coldest Night. Just repeat that 8 times and let's play it back for Bird. That'll be your skip that I owe you. I wish Noir was still in the chat. Noir has a beat that is like nearly identical to this.
This reminded me of an Atmosphere song, Dear Jacob. Not that you would fucking know, but there's a song that's very similar to this.
I'll see if I can find Noir's version of it. I'll matter of fact, hold on. Let me just tag him. He might know off the top of his head.
Maybe it's Pour Me Another. Pour me, yeah, pour me another, brother. Yeah. Be a victim. Uh-oh. Jeez. I don't like being a victim.
Oh. Hello, Brit.
Lover Brit too. You, my friend Brit. See what I did there?
Clever gal. Right. Last song of the queue here is Klepto Man, Making Me Believe. Your neighbor stole your parking spot again. Well, all right, I have to remember.
Let's talk about it.
I have to remember we have a documentary coming out tomorrow because I was about to give you some horrible advice. Here's what you do that is the good advice. Next time you see this person park in your spot, get a beverage and just pour it on their windshield and then leave the crushed up container on their windshield and then leave a note, say, oops, I dropped my drink in my parking spot, but your car was in the way.
Oops, I dropped my keys all over the side of your car. That's crazy.
I did not say boiling hot beverage and pour onto them. No, nothing that would get you a criminal offense. Maybe some slight vandalism, drink on a car, but they'd have to catch you on film.
Here's another thing, which I don't know if it's legal or not. So this isn't actually advice. I'm not a lawyer. But next time you see them, point and say, rape, 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 and just yell it. Follow them in their house and yell that.
All right, here's Klepto Man, Make Me Believe. Nice intro for that.
Oh yeah, Klepto.
I don't want to know what you said that had auto mod turn you to block it.
I'm just repeating what the host said, which is not to be repeated. Good thing these aren't being recorded.
Delete.
Delete.
Nobody's there, nobody's there, nobody's there. Made me believe it was all in my head. You're lying right next to me, nobody's there. So who am I seeing when I'm in your stare? If nobody's there, nobody's there.
I just hope that someday someone would love me.
You got me tripping. I'm losing all control. But I'm addicted. I'm coming back for more. You got me tripping. I'm losing all control. But I'm addicted. I'm coming
just hope that someday someone would love me.
Believe it was all in my head. You're lying right next to me. Nobody.
For the first time ever, I think I got it before Kleptoman finishes.
Before we get into that, let's talk about buffalo chicken pizza. Answer is yes, but I like a plain pepperoni, and I'd much rather have a pepperoni with a little buffalo on top, especially buffalo ranch. That's where I'm at. Nice.
Just give me a sausage pizza.
Yuck.
Not from Little Caesars.
Double puke.
But buffalo. If it was just buffalo pizza, what is
It's like,
you need?
I was just
Bread?
thinking like cheese with like buffalo sauce on top of it, like just sprinkles. Like sure.
I assumed it was just like the bread with buffalo sauce, as instead of the tomato sauce.
Bread and buffalo sauce alone, no pizza form.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No, that's crazy. Insane.
Brit's a little crazy. It's kind of on brand.
The red shit? You mean fucking marinara?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
The
absolutely
red shit.
not. No, you need the red shit.
Brit. Never mind. Brit, you're a special person. We love you here. Kleptoman, you are also a special person. I think that you did a better job of not overusing vocal samples this time. I think that there are also confusing parts where I wanted the drop to happen and you're like edging me. You're like, put it in there, but don't spray. And I'm like, oh. I think this sounded good though. Overall, like it was a nice listen. There was something I wanted to comment on, and I can't quite remember what it was. I'll just say this. Like, I think that I hear the progress of there's not like too many vocal samples. There were some moments, mostly in the beginning, where I wanted the drop to happen and you like stalled it out another couple bars. Does it really make a difference in the grand scheme of things? I guess not, because I kept listening, but it did feel like you did overall improve on the timing of like, okay, especially towards the end where it's like, okay, now I'm going to use this little vocal drop instead of having like 10 seconds of it before the drop even happened. So I see the growth and I see the progress, and I want to say I like it and I respect it. And without making any caveats this time of like, if you had less vocals and all the other stuff that we did before, I'll just flat out give this an 8.5 overall. I like it overall. I think it was solid, and I see the progress.
I too see the progress structure wise. I think for me, there was some parts that confused me a little bit. Like, I've been to EDM concerts, I've been to raves, I've been to all sorts of things. I listen to this shit. And so I understand the edging part, like, can be part of it. It's like, I feel like it's half and half. Some DJs are like right on the drop. They're like, oh, see what I did? And then others are like, no, wait for it. Not yet. Now you can come. That's fine. So I'm not mad at the fact that you blue balled us. Even though I did go like this, waiting for the drop, and I looked like a fool. Tice laughed at me. I saw you. You caught it. I would say that like it felt confused a little bit. Like when the saxophone came in on that first time, I think I even mentioned it live. I was like, I don't like the vocal here. I liked it before, and then the beat kind of kicked up, and then the vocal was playing. I was like, the tone feels a little off to me. I liked the female vocal. I loved the part where you had that deep, housey kind of like that. That club tone was fire. So that was my favorite part of it, is like halfway through where you had that club like synth. That was super dope. And then the sax part, I didn't like the sax with the EDM. Just again, felt like two different songs mashed up. And this one felt like a buffalo pizza rather than a pepperoni from Little Caesars. So there you go. I'll give it a 7.5.
Well, Britt, I'm glad you like the Monday show. I don't know when the next Monday show will ever be. We're only here because we tried to stream yesterday, and the stream just said, fuck you guys, do something else. That's what we did. we went on Discord and we listened to a little bit of music, and then we're finishing up today. And Kleptoman was lucky enough to catch us at the end of the stream, and that will be it for tonight. So
it's technically closed, but we're like, we fucking like this guy, and he makes good music.
And correct me if I'm wrong, only been producing for 3 months now?
Is it only 3?
I remember when we first asked him, it was 2, and I'm assuming that was like 4 weeks ago. So I'm adding a month on it. But yeah, we're gonna get out of here in just a moment. But just a reminder to everybody, we will be back Wednesday to do our subscribers. We'll be back Sunday to do the free queue again, and lo and behold, tomorrow the documentary will be out and about, and we will be annoying everybody as much as we can in the coming months to get the word out and get some attention on it. So that's what we do around here. I'll also, this is more so for Bird and people who are in the Square Up tourney. I'm gonna try to do like a grand finale stream of like, here's how all the results panned out once voting is closed on all that stuff. So it may actually be fucking next Monday. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, thank you for everybody for tuning in and hanging out with us. We're gonna get out of here and try to have some semblance of a Monday night. Well, Bird, every day is Sunday, as he said. For me, fucking work today, got to work tomorrow. It's different. Okay, a little different. All right,
different.
A little different. Bird, anything else we forgot?
I think that's kind of it. Shout out everyone who popped by. Thanks for submitting your music. Obviously, there would be no review show if we had nothing to review. So, love when you guys come and hang out with us, interact with us. It's the best time of my life.
Lies. All right. Getting out of here. Thank you guys. Adios. Farewell. Squidoosh. All that other